All right, guys, what's up? What's up? As you guys are kind of filtering in, this is the pregame show, man. We're still waiting on Philly Mike. I think Philly Mike stepped away for a little bit because I can see his screen, but looks like he might have stepped away for a second. And hopefully we'll have Philly fresh on this live stream in a short time here, guys. Look, this is a pregame show. I just wanted to come on here for like 30 to 45 minutes, talk a little bit about the Eagles, guys. It's a big day for Carson, guys. Just Carson Wentz's first playoff game. This is what he's, been working for his whole life, guys. This is what he's been striving towards. Look, guys, I got some of you guys coming in from two different locations. So I got some of y'all to be coming in from YouTube. Some of you guys will be coming in from Facebook. Stephen Joyce, what's up, buddy? So as you guys come in, just know, like I'll probably be going back and forth between the comments. I don't know if you guys can see each other's comments, but I'll try to pull up certain comments and put them on the screen so that way everybody can see. Deshaunte Dupree, what's up, buddy? How you doing, man? So Carson Wentz's big day, guys. Carson Wentz's big day. This has been a long time in waiting for Carson Wentz, man. I got to imagine as he takes the field today, guys, that the energy, he's going to have that adrenaline going. Like, the blood's going to be flowing. And this is a really important game for Carson Wentz. And I got to tell you, man, as I kept watching film, guys, I became more and more confident in what I was seeing. And I don't mean any disrespect towards the Seattle Seahawks and Russell Wilson. I told you guys, I was a student at NC State. I followed Russell Wilson from his college career. Here comes Philly Mike right now. What's up, bro? How you doing, man?
Chilling.
So I was just explaining to everybody that we got this coming from two locations, Facebook and coming from YouTube.
Oh, it's live on Facebook now?
Yeah, it's live on Facebook, man. So, guys, this morning I got up and I created a Facebook channel. I was trying to think, what was I trying to say? A Facebook channel, guys. It's called the Python Audible. All right, the Python Audible, I think channel or something like that. All right, guys, it's in the description down below. If you're coming in from YouTube, guys, you can hit that up. I'm going to be honest with you. I haven't really conceptualized what that's going to be yet, but the early thought process is that it will be something that will kind of assist into YouTube, but will be something specifically different from our YouTube commentary. So I did send out Philly Mike to be an administrator on that. So, we're going to come up with something, guys. We're going to try to come up with something that makes it a little more interesting. So what I was saying, Philly Mike, as you kind of walked in, is that today's not a normal day for Carson Wentz. This is a big, big day for Carson. Well, he broke out the Heineken already, bro. This is a huge day. Let's go, Birds. What's up, Maniac Matt? So, Philly Mike, what do you think, bro? Carson Wentz, the Seattle Seahawks defense, already caught an L the first time around. I think he's ready, man. I think he wants this game. I think he got the opponent he wanted to see again.
Yeah, you can't have a worse game than he had against the Seahawks the first time. So no matter what, it's automatically going to be better than that. I mean, 2 interceptions, 2 fumbles. We're going into the same thing, though. That whole right side was missing, but we had to put that together on the fly. At least this week, we went in preparing with Pryor and Vitae, and not just be throwing on the fly with anxiety and going out being injured.
What's good, Philly Fresh?
Yo. What's up, Gate City? What's up, Philly Mike?
What up?
So, Philly Fresh, what we're talking about is that today it's just not an ordinary day for Carson Wentz, man. This is his first playoff game. This is the opponent. He won it because he already lost a game this season to this opponent. So I flipped it on the mic to ask him, like, what did you think about it? So I'm going to hit you up with the same question. What do you think is going through Carson Wentz's head as he gets ready for this game?
His mental toughness is off the radar right now. All the things that he had to endure the last 2 years, being injured and watching your team win a Super Bowl, getting injured again, watching your team go back to the playoffs. I don't think it's in his head that he is 0-3 against his team. I just think that he feels as though he probably has the advantage, man. Everything's going right for him right now. And it hasn't been like that since 2017. So I think I think he's feeling good. I think he's feeling good, man. And he got players that love to play for him. You see it.
Exactly. Yeah, Philly Mike, you were picking up on a point where you were talking about the right side of the offensive line. How do you feel about that going into this game? Do you got trust in Matt Pryor? Do you got trust in Big V out there at right tackle?
Big V actually been playing really good. I think Pryor will be okay, playing inside, being able to, Kelsey's going to have to help that out a little bit. Like I said, these guys got forced into the game, not really ready to play. This week, we went in all week going into the game plan knowing that we're going to give help. This is what you got to do. So I feel a lot better this time than last time, of course.
Mm-hmm. Philly Fresh.
Here.
So the Seahawks probably best pass rusher has a sports hernia. What you think, man? You think it's going to hamper him? You think he slowed down?
I mean, he had it since about week 2, and since he had it, he hasn't been the same player. The game that he actually got it in, that was his best game until he got hurt, and he's just not 100%, man. And I'm not sure exactly. I never had one before. I'm not sure exactly, but the pain, from what I hear, the pain is just unbearable. So he's going to have to fight through it. You got to give him credit, but he's not going to be 100%. That's to our advantage.
Yeah, it definitely hurts, man. It's like being stabbed 1,000 times, man. it's horrible.
Oh,
man.
you had one?
Yeah, it's bad, man. I had it when I was a kid. It's real bad. What do you guys think, man? There's one more guy on that Seahawks defensive line who's out for this game, and I think it's a player that it's big news for the Eagles. It's Al Woods, because Al Woods was manhandling. He was manhandling Kelsey in that first matchup. Al Woods got suspended for PED use. You think that's going to reshape the running game and how we attack them?
Go Philly, Mike.
Yeah, it should. I mean, we should, like I said, they allow a whopping 4.9 yards a carry. They're more beat up on that front. We should be able to run the ball. I'm just worried about the health of Sanders and Howard and not having to rely all on Boston Scott. Elijah Holyfield, I would like to see a handful of carries from him. But, at the end of the day, we would still want Howard and Sanders to do the heavy lifting. That's just what we want. We just can't get it with health-wise,
Jason Wall, I like that comment, man, because I agree with what you're saying there. I don't know how I feel about Pryor in the passing game, but when that big man gets behind them shoulder pads in the running game, he can play. Pryor can play in the running game. He's a physical dude.
I like our offensive line with depth, man. There's not many offensive lines where you can lose. If Jason Peter goes out, which actually he shouldn't be the one playing over there. We got a great Andre Dillard sitting behind him. Vaitai is a reliable backup. I mean, he could start for a lot of teams. Pryor probably could start for some teams. So we got some crazy depth when it comes to the O-line, and that's important. People don't realize how. Look at Deshaun Watson yesterday. He pulled the game out, but that O-line. I mean, he was running for his life. Every play, 5 sacks.
Yep. Have we witnessed the end of the Patriots dynasty?
You asking me?
You
Anybody?
go, Fred.
I think so. I think so. I said it in 2017, but I wasn't too sure about it. But it looked like it's over, man. Like first of all, you have a 42-year-old quarterback, right?
Mm-hmm.
You're not protecting him. That's one of the dumbest. That's one of the dumbest things in the world. He doesn't run. He's not elusive. What's that?
I played FanDuel yesterday. I just, it's a little something, 4 games.
Oh, okay.
$100 real quick.
He got no weapons, which is an excuse because Carson really doesn't. But let's just keep it real. Carson is a better quarterback than Tom Brady right now. He's 42 years old. He can't move in a pocket. And you're not protecting him. So I think it's over.
All right, I want to hit a comment that Dino Bynum put up here. I'm going to put it on both of you guys. You guys give me your answer. When D-Jax gets back, if we beat Seattle and we get D-Jax back, we're winning the Super Bowl. Where are you guys following that?
You want to go?
I mean, when Carson Wentz went out, nobody thought we were going to win it with Nick Foles, so why not?
Listen, I always got faith in this team. I always thought that we can win it every year, so why change it now?
I'll say this, so I'll go on the record as well. I think we have a shot against any team. You still got to go out there and you still got to win the football game. Our defense on the road is still a little suspect to me, but you put D-Jax in this offense with Miles Sanders, who gets healthy, Ertz, Goddard, everybody, all these young kids that are out there playing their damnedest and their hardest for Carson Wentz, I think it's a legitimate shot because he's a difference maker. Now every D coordinator has to at least go into every game and say, the one thing we know for sure we got to do is make sure D-Jax doesn't get over the top. I mean, that's something that every D coordinator would have to take into consideration. So I definitely think he would, at minimum, open up everything.
Oh yeah, you got. I mean, we think Dallas Goedert, Zach Ertz is doing work now. If this field becomes so much bigger when D-Jax for our offense when D-Jax there. Zach Ertz is going to get more one-on-ones. If you're gonna double Zach Ertz, then you got Deshaun Jackson. I mean, there's just too many options. I mean, don't forget, if we could ever get a Jordan Howard, Miles Sanders fully healthy game with a Deshaun Jackson, with the healthy O-line, with the healthy Zach Ertz and Dallas Goedert, I mean, again, our defense will be the liability. It was the liability during the playoff run. Against Atlanta, our defense won that game. But against the Patriots, our offense won that game. So I agree 100%. Our offense could probably compete with any team, but our defense will be a liability, and it's going to be like that going forward. But I wouldn't bet money on it, but why not? Why not?
Yeah. Hey, Sandeep Sign, what's up, buddy? How you doing, man? Go Birds, bro. So, one more big question, guys. Y'all ready for this one? Mm-hmm. This one might be contentious. True or false? True or false? These young guys have proven we need to get rid of Aguilar and Alshon Jeffrey at the end of the season.
Capital T.
Capital T. What do you think, Philly Mike?
Definitely Aguilar. I mean, the only thing got me holding on to Alshon would be the money.
The contract.
Yeah. The contract. And the fact is, I know if this guy can never get healthy again, he still is a good receiver. But the fact that him and Carson have that, beyond camera beef, you're just going to have to at the end of the day. But the money's the most cautious thing. That's, what is it, 26 mil?
26.
What a weird predicament it would be if Carson Wentz hoists the Lombardi trophy at the end of this season. And now, the beginning of this offseason, we have these weird and strange decisions to make, right? About what we're going to do about certain players like Alshon, because no doubt about it, Philly Mike, you're right. Like, we're going to have to eat that money for it. At best, we'll have to eat it over a 2-year period if we let him go. No one's going to trade for that contract.
Yeah, I feel as though if we host a Lombardi trophy or not, we're going to have to make these decisions.
Yeah.
It's going to have to be a lot of changes. And the fact that we're doing good now, I feel as though Mike Groh might have saved his job. I don't think that's probably the best for this team. But who knows what I really don't know what he does. Like, if you remember, we knew what Frank Wright did. We knew that he put Carson under his wing. We even knew what DeFilippo does. I don't know what Press Taylor does. It seems like when he goes to the sideline, I understand that we don't get all the angles on the camera when the Carson goes to the sideline, but it just seemed like either he's talking to his receivers or he's talking to Josh McCown.
Yeah.
I just don't see it, man. And I could be wrong. Maybe these dudes are doing things, but
maybe Josh McCown is going to be the next quarterback coach.
I've thought about that.
Hey, Gate City, read Sandeep's size comment, the Ertz and Aguilar one.
All right, let me find him. You said what's his name on it?
Sam Deep sign.
Oh, I got you.
It's the one with Ertz and Aguilar.
I see it. I'm gonna pull it up on screen for everybody. All right. Ertz is a savage for playing that pussy. Nelson got to go.
It's crazy, man. Because do I believe that he's hurt? I do, but I feel as though it's an injury. Come on, man. You could have toughened. I just feel as though these last couple games you could have toughened through, but. Who knows? It could be the front office. It could be the coaches telling them, no, you go ahead, take your time. We rolling right now. We don't really need you to disrupt what we got going on. We don't need you going in there dropping no more balls because you got to understand, I played. So when you got dudes that's just dropping balls, man, it just deflates you because you're trying to get into a rhythm. You're trying to do things, and one dude can really deflate your whole team by
Absolutely.
dropping balls, by coming to the sideline with his hands up.
One dude can make you, and one dude could break your locker room. No doubt about it.
Right.
So, Singh, Jason, his name's pronounced Singh. My bad, man. Sandeep, my bad, bro.
Me too.
So, let's talk. Let's talk on the real about what's going to happen if we win this football game.
We win this football.
You got Ertz playing today. Do you target him? Do you target him in the playoffs because of the magnitude of the game with the uneasiness of exactly what the hell this injury is this man's got?
Absolutely. And from what I'm hearing, it's not a lacerated kidney. It's a bruised one. Because with a lacerated kidney, he wouldn't be able to play.
That's life threatening.
So, yeah, exactly. And I don't think that this medical staff is not bad, but I don't feel as though they would put his life in jeopardy like that. And so what I'm hearing is that he got another MRI and it was downgraded to a bruised kidney. So, I would target him, yes, but I'm not going to put him in a predicament where Carson got him hurt. I'm not going to put so much. If I see he's being doubled and he's going through the middle of the field, I'm not throwing on the ball. I just can't, because you don't want to be, Carson doesn't want to be the guy. First of all, them dudes is friends. He doesn't want to be the guy, the reason that this dude career is over. So I would use him, yes. I would use him more as a decoy, but I'm definitely going to target him.
Yeah.
I agree. Like you said, suit him up. You got Josh Perkins, you got Dallas Goedert. Start the game off with putting him in the game, downsize his reps to half. If the game is close and we need him to come in, go ahead. Once you got that jersey on and once you're active, you can play one snap, you can play 100 snaps. Use him cautiously. We get out to a 10-point lead. Relax, Zach, relax. We go the final drive for a game-winning play. He better be out there. Use it like that. It's give or take. That's what I would do.
Yeah, absolutely. 100%, man. 100%. All right, guys. One more question. Today's the day Doug Peterson will finally dig into the playbook and break out some kind of trickery. True or false?
True.
I mean, he tried to set up for it with the Greg Ward Wildcat kind of thing. I thought he was going to continuously do that, but I feel as though he wanted to put that on tape. So now that y'all prepare for that, now I'm gonna give you something different. Maybe he throws the ball, maybe an end around, something like that. But Doug is a creator. He's a creative mind, and I feel as though now he has this team. He has his team for weeks now, so he knows what his players can do and what his players can't do, and that's something that he didn't have when these guys first started coming in, because you really don't know what your players can do.
Yeah. All right, guys. So everyone in the comment section, just so y'all know, this is not a sponsored video by any shape, form of the imagination. However, one of the dudes from StreamYard did reach out to me, guys, and he gave me a free 7-day trial to where I would be able to use all the features of StreamYard for 7 days. And one thing it's given me the ability to do, guys, is to upload to more than one platform while I go live. So that's why we're able to go live today, both on Facebook and on YouTube. So, if you guys, some of y'all that got YouTube channels in here, I would reach out, man, and just see, like, yo, hook me up with a 7-day trial, get all these free features. Like, I mean, clearly they'll do it. I mean, I don't think I'm gonna, honestly, guys, I don't think I'm gonna upgrade to it yet, just because, like, I think you need to have a certain size of a channel to warrant that kind of, subscription level. But pretty cool feature. It's a cool feature.
That's cool.
Yeah,
that's definitely cool. What other kind of things is on there other than just to be able to go live on Facebook and YouTube?
So they have there's different features. So you can do so, like, say we wanted to turn this into a podcast, guys, right? They do have a feature in there to where you can go in, we can record, right?
Okay.
And then we'd be able to upload this to YouTube, to Facebook, to LinkedIn, wherever we want to upload it, basically. And then on top of that, we wouldn't need to have that hosting site, because that's the hardest problem with recording, is that you need a third party, to basically take the data, upload it to a cloud storage, and then allow you to upload it to like iTunes or wherever you want it to load it to.
Oh,
So
okay.
it does have features like that as well.
Okay, that's all right.
Appreciate that, Jason.
Jason, yeah, hit that like button. He's right. Hit it. It only takes a quick second. You know what I mean? I did see a comment I liked, but then it's gone now.
Scroll past you. Which one was it? You know?
Well, it was back when we were still talking about Alshon Jeffrey, and he said it's a business, and I think it was Deshaunte Dupree. Pretty much, if we eat the money that we lose for Jeffries, but these young guys are so cheap. If we have these young guys for 2 years, 3 years under a cheap contract, it'll balance it out. You know what I'm saying? The cheapness of like guys like Robert Davis, Deontay Burnett would sustain the contract that we're going to be losing on Jeffrey.
Yeah. So Deshaunte Dupree said, I wouldn't mind. It's a business. They are hurt. Young guys are healthy and cheap right now. True. Yeah. I mean, it would be different if we weren't getting the production we were getting out of these guys.
Mm-hmm.
And look, I thought Alshon had a very up and down game against Chicago. My man dropped to me, it looked like some pretty easy passes, but then made the catches that were in very difficult situations late in that game to steal it. So it's like, he's a hard dude to figure out, man, because like when he's healthy and he buys into the system, it's a difference maker. But like Philly Fresh was saying, man, if you kill the locker room, you gotta go.
Yeah, that's important.
And that's one thing that they did in Seattle. But on Alshon, right? Howie Roseman is a mastermind. If he could find a way to eat some of the money but still trade him and probably get another player, but you pay like half his salary, I think he would do something like that. All right, we'll pay half his salary for this year or next year or whatever the case may be, and you take him off our hands. You give us a role player or whatever the case may be, and you can have Alshon. So I think it's a team stupid enough to do that.
All right, everybody in the comment section, leave me a comment. This is what I want to know from y'all. Who scores the first touchdown for the Eagles today? We'll get him a second, guys, and we'll weigh in what we think. I know who I think is going to be the first one to score the touchdown.
I'm going to shock y'all on my answer.
You going deep in the roster, bro?
Nah. I ain't going deep in the roster. Nah.
What was your question for your fan base this week? Was it the Boston Scott total yardage?
Oh yeah. Boston Scott. How many scrimmage yards Boston Scott's gonna have? $25 gift card to I'm gonna do Modell's. This week. $25 gift card to Modell's. Anybody gets the closest Boston Scott scrimmage yards. That means rushing and receiving.
All right, y'all hear that, man? If y'all not subscribed to Philly Fresh, go over to his channel, sub him up, and then what y'all need to do is before this game kicks off, guys, there's a window on this. Go ahead and leave him a comment. So we're basically what you're going to do is you're going to predict how many scrimmage yards Boston Scott's going to have. You get it right, you get a $25 gift card to Modell's. I wish we had Modell's in the South, but I don't think we got them no more down here. I think they're all basically like the DC area and up.
I wanted to ask y'all a question real fast because on one of these comments, I like this comment. Somebody picked Sidney Jones for pick 6. I don't want Rasul out there this week, man. I don't want him starting. He can't stick Metcalf, man. I understand he's a big corner, right? And he does good on big corners. But Metcalf is a creative player. He's not just big; he's fast. And Rasul, you see these low light shit, I call them, when dudes are getting overthrown, but you still see Rasul 3-4 yards behind the receiver. And I rather play Crevion LeBlanc, man, or Sidney Jones. I just think Rasul.
I would bounce him inside. I would bounce him inside on DK Metcalf. The reason being is DK Metcalf has a lot of straight ahead speed. He's not very good in and out of his breaks. I think Rasul would have the advantage there on him. You put him on the outside, Metcalf's just going to run by him.
Yeah. I want to get into. I just want to touch up on I am Gene's comment.
Okay.
He asked, "What about Deshaun Jackson?" Deshaun Jackson is healthy, but he can't play until the next week because he went on IR. The first game he'd be available would be the division round, so he's waiting right there. He's waiting for us to win this game to play next week, but we got to win.
All right, guys, I'm going to get into some of the comments here. We got Eagles Nation said Greg Ward Jr. Jason Wall said Ertz. Sandeep Singh said Miles. Let's see. I am Gene said Scott. Deshaunte Dupree went with Robert Davis. I like that pick, man. Jason Wall said long shot, first touchdown, pick six for Sydney. That's creative, man.
I would love that. I would love that.
I think that would instantly probably take Seattle out of the game. If that happened, that would be so deflating on the road. But I will give this to Seattle, man. Yo, they're a good road team. It's weird, man. I always thought of them as like a really good home team, but they've been opposite this season.
They have.
So
Even though most of their games been real close and they kind of been coin tosses at the end.
Yeah, they have.
Even with our last game, man, I thought as though without 5 turnovers, we win that game. Without drop passes, we win that game. Even though they had drop passes also.
Turnovers killed us, man.
Turnovers killed us. Wentz couldn't do anything. Remember, this is the game that Andre Dillon started on the right side.
Yeah.
He was getting cooked.
And we lost Brooks because of the anxiety attack.
Yeah.
Andrew Luck.
I guarantee I know why he had an anxiety attack. The dude next to him couldn't block nothing. But I thought as though Jason Peters, this is why one of the reasons why I don't really like Jason Peters. I understand he's a good player. He was a good player. But I thought as though you being a veteran, you're supposed to move to that right side, man. You're supposed to move. You're supposed to move to that right side. Let Diller stay at the left where he's good. And who knows what we're talking about if that happens.
You know what I say about on Jason Peters, bro. There's 3 things we know about in life, bro: death, taxes, and Jason Peters gonna get a false start.
He ain't had one last game.
Yeah, he did. Yeah, no, he got me on that one, bro.
Last game.
He must have heard me talking. I'm gonna show his ass. Perkins, guys. Maniac Matt said Scott will score first. Hey, I am Gene. We appreciate it, buddy. Let's see. Goddard. Kevin Joe said Goddard. There's one more I want to pull up on the screen, guys. I skipped over on purpose. I want to see what y'all think about this one.
Okay.
Donald Bynum. JJ catches first touchdown pass.
He already has one.
How about say he's
going to score the first?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
What y'all think?
I mean, that'd be nice. I mean, that'd be nice. A little confident. He needs some confidence boost. That'd definitely be nice. Jason Wall. I like Ross Clot. What that mean? Like Jamaican Ross Clot? Bumbler Clot? What's that? No, I'm asking him. I really don't know what he means.
All right. Now you 2 guys go. Who are your 2 guys' first touchdown going to go to?
You want me to go first? You want to go first?
Eeny, meeny, miny, mo.
I go.
All right.
Carson Wentz rushing touchdown, man.
I haven't seen that in a while.
Exactly. That's why I said I'm going to shock y'all.
I'm going Jordan Howard in goal line.
He's going to run the ball?
I think so.
You said who? I'm
saying Jordan Howard at the goal line.
Okay.
I think we're going to drive the ball right down the field on him.
I don't think anybody said this yet, but I'm going to have to say someone who's still not Carson Wentz's new BFF because he's still got his old BFF he's going to play. But Dallas Goedert. I got Goddard.
I see that. I can see that. I can actually see all these scenarios, man. Especially, I think the most likely one is Jordan Howard, though, because I do feel as though we can move the ball. And y'all know what happens when we get – I think we're number 1 or number 2 when we're in the red zone percentage-wise of scoring. Like, this is with all the troubles that we didn't have. So, when we get in the red zone, Doug is creative, and it just seems like that offensive line just gets an extra boost. And they just push people. They just push people, man.
Am I crazy, or is there reason for optimism that The Seahawks defensive line is so aggressive, they're susceptible to the run.
Yeah. And the screen passes too. Any D line that's trying to get up the field constantly and get you, you just got to keep them. Like I said, the screen game is the best way to say slow your roll, slow your roll. That's why I didn't understand when the right side of that line went down against Seattle and Carson Wentz, he was fumbling, but he was getting punished back there.
Yeah,
You got to roll them out, like you said, rolling the guys out. That's going to slow down the pass rush and screens. You kill him with a screen or two. These guys wait a little bit.
yeah.
They say, hey, if I'm getting past the O line that easy, it's because someone's out there ready to catch a ball with a Great Wall of China in front of them. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. Can y'all see the comment?
Yeah, I'm looking at it. It's a good comment.
I agree 100%, Gabriel.
Gabriel, I'm with you, bro. 100%. I think because of the way we lost to Seattle, nothing would make me happier than to take their heart, take their soul in the running game. Let them know there's nothing they can do to stop us from running right down their throat. Nothing is as disheartening as a defense than to know you can't stop it. Nothing you do, no matter how many people you bring in the box, it ain't going to matter. Bro, I want payback for what they did to us, bro. Because I thought we moved the ball all over them in week 12, but damn it, that defense is not opportunistic to try to go for that damn strip. Bro, they go for the strip like none other.
Yeah, I mean, they lead the league in takeaways.
Mm-hmm.
They lead the league in takeaways, and that's something you have to protect. Carson has to protect the ball. That's point blank, period. But you're not putting them in the same predicament, like you said, like both of y'all said. If you roll them out, see, Doug didn't have a good game. Also, he didn't have a good game coaching against Seattle the last time. I think he has a better game plan. You kept putting. First of all, if I know that my right side, see, now he knows from the beginning that his right side is gone.
Mm-hmm.
You know, he knew Brandon Brooks is gone. He didn't know Brandon Brooks was going to be gone last time. So you know that you got to protect him. You got to roll him out. You got to do screens. You got to get the ball out of his hands fast.
I'm going to let Cowboys X Factor take over on this question. He said, hey, Gate City Sports Talk, Philly Mike, and Philly Fresh, I wonder how y'all feel about the game today. Cowboys X Factor, I'll lead with this one. Bro, I am cautiously optimistic. I feel we caught the right team at the right time, at the right spot, being at the link. That's the way I feel about it. I know they still got Russell Wilson, and that dude can be magical at times, so I'm cautiously optimistic about it.
To piggyback off what you said, I feel the same way. I feel like what happened the first matchup, having that first matchup as bad as we did, it really helped us. If we would have beat Seattle earlier, I would have been more nervous now because, again, it's hard to beat a team twice, and it's going to be in Philly again. So I think having that bad game is really going to let Carson Wentz come out here and do the exact opposite. That was the game that really started making everybody question him as our franchise quarterback. Like, New England game was the Dallas game was bad, but after that Seattle game, that's when everybody came out with is Carson Wentz the guy? And then he rattled off these 4 wins, and he's going to show us today why he's the guy. And I feel good about this game.
Yeah, I do too. First of all, I want to shout out Cowboy X Factor, man. He comment on all our videos. He's a good fan, man.
Shout out, boy, man. I like him.
Yeah, shout out to him, man.
If only we can train him to Eagle X Factor, then you'd be really good. You know what I'm saying?
I know, bro. I know, man. You know he ain't gonna come off though.
He's loyal. He's loyal.
Yeah.
Hey, man.
He not that. What's that dude's name now? Mile High Denver, whatever the hell his name is.
Oh yeah, that dude.
That clown.
I don't know. I don't know who that is.
He's a Seattle fan now, though. So now who's you rooting for?
I know. I think he took down his damn YouTube channel, bro.
Philly Fresh. It was a dude who used to do Eagles content. I guess I forgot what loss it was, but he made a video like, you know what? I'm switching to my second team. I'm a Seattle Seahawks fan now.
I don't think he was ever an Eagle fan, bro. I think he jumped on the bandwagon after the Super Bowl.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I don't think he ever went through the struggles of being an Eagles fan in the 90s, like in the mid-90s, bro, before that one season with Ray Rhodes. Like, you know, when we fired Buddy Ryan, went with Rich Kotite and shit. I don't think he remembers. Like, I don't think he was around for any of that. Like, on the real, like that dude was a straight clown, man. Like,
yeah, but to to get to this question though, get the Cowboy X Factor question. I do feel optimistic. I feel as though us being home is a major factor because this crowd hasn't seen a playoff game since Minnesota. And we know that crowd was rocking when Minnesota came to town. I feel as though they're going to be rocking again, especially if we go down and score or if we get a turnover from the first drive for Seattle.
Somebody had left a comment. I don't know, maybe it's down below where we are right now, but they did say Seattle's they're about to find out about the real 12th man. Yeah, the Lynx a different animal in the playoffs. That's a whole different atmosphere.
King James just had a good comment. If you want to, it's a newer one too. Check it out. Kate said he can put it up.
Somebody said the guy name is Wolf Knight, Philly Wolf.
We lost you there, Philly Fresh.
All right, I'm gonna pull this up while we let him try to figure that one out. All right, King James, what's up, brother?
I like it.
Doug is good at making adjustments after a loss going into the second matchup. Cowboys matchup was perfect example. That and he knew that Cowboys X Factor, bro. You know my boy, but I'm about to say something. He knew the Cowboys didn't have any heart in the locker room, bro. There's a weird dynamic there between ownership, coach, players. Like, it's just not conducive to like an effective locker room. And I tend to agree, King James, that say what we will about Doug Peterson, but he's pretty good at the adjustment. The man makes good adjustments. What do you think about that, Philly Mike?
Yeah, I agree. Like I said, going into a game after a loss, when you're in that film room, you're looking at every single thing you did bad. The Seattle Seahawks are sitting back looking like, hey, we won. So let's do the same thing. You understand what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. Losing to a team and then playing in the second time, to me, is always more beneficial to the team that lost, especially when you lose a game like we did. It was a close game that we turned the ball over 5 times. You turn the ball over 5 times, you should lose by 30, not as little as we lost. So I believe the adjustments that Doug will make, Jim Schwartz got to play a defensive game like that. Just like Drew Johnson said, the defense needs to be disciplined, not allow big plays. That's exactly. The Seattle Seahawks offense is a big play offense. They're not going to grind it out down the field, especially with all 3 of their running backs being gone. Marshawn Lynch ain't built for that. So they're going to try to get us in chunk plays. If we minimize the big play, we got this. We got this.
Hey, Philly Fresh, if you can hear us, man, as soon as I see you pop up in the bottom, I'll bring you back up on the screen, man. Guys, he might have had to take a phone call, man. When you're on your phone, you know how that works, bro. Notification pop up or something, knocks you off. I see him again. Got you, man. Can you hear us? Philly Fresh, can you hear us, bro?
Now I can't hear. Y'all can hear me?
I can hear you. Can you hear us?
All right, yeah, I'm good.
All right.
My fault, man. I had a phone call, man.
I figured.
I need to start doing this on my phone. I need to start doing it on my iPad.
So Cowboys X Factor said if I was Eagles X Factor, people would come hard after me. Probably.
Yeah.
Probably, bro.
All right, what I miss?
Nah, I am Gene. I don't call the game, man, just because like I get too much into it, man. Like I wouldn't be stationary. I'm all moving around, jumping around and crap. Like it wouldn't be the most thrilling viewing experience for you guys. Like I can't stand in one place like Philly 500 does, bro. I can't do that, man.
Yo, LB just commented. He said, y'all ready?
Dude, Lord Brunson?
Yeah.
What's up, Brunson? How you doing, bro?
LB, what's going on?
Yeah, man, I'm ready. I'm ready, Brunson, bro. I'm definitely ready, man. I've been ready all week, bro. I got the sausage ready. Man, I got the hamburger meat ready. I got the wings ready. Bro, I've been ready.
You barbecuing, man?
Bro, I've been ready, man.
Yeah.
Nice to see my comment on the screen again. Special treatment, Cowboys X Factor. Special treatment, bro.
Yeah, listen, man. Y'all know I'm ready, man. About as ready as Carson, man. Carson, first playoff game, man. He really been in playoff. This is what benefits us, that we've been in playoff mode for the last 4 weeks. See what I'm saying? So it ain't like we just coming in there stale like Seattle is. Seattle is a stale team right now. They're not. They haven't figured out a way of constructing their offense by losing their players that they lost, but we have. See, this is the advantage that we have. And, of course, again, being home, man.
Mm-hmm. So, special treat for Cowboys X Factor here. All right, since we threw your comments up on the screen, bro. True or false, gentlemen? True or false? At the end of the season, there will be a shocking trade. And Bill Belichick will be the coach of the Dallas Cowboys.
I don't want to hear that. That's Skip tried to say some shit like that at the end of Undisputed on Friday. He tried to say some slick stuff like that. Get him out of here.
Belichick ain't leaving the Patriots, man. And
Tom Brady's going to be a Charger. Tom Brady going to be a Charger.
You think it'll be a Charger? You think they're going to go from Phillip Rivers to Tom Brady, bro?
They got to sell tickets.
That's a bad organization, man.
It is.
It's a bad organization.
It is. I don't know why they left San Diego. That was the first bad move in the first place. Like, at least you had a market with people who actually followed football. Then you jumped into LA where you got all these casual fans that not really football fans. Like,
it's the money, man. It's more money in LA. You can charge more for seats. You know, it's all about that bottom line, man.
Who do you think going to be the Cowboys coach next year? Just off, if you had to pick one right now, if you had to pick a dude right now, who do you think it's going to be?
Sorry, say that again.
If you had to just throw it out there now, I mean, it's all just speculation, but who do you think the Cowboys' next head coach will be?
Probably they're going to do something retarded and make like Urban their head coach. I'm going to be real. Which, I'm sorry, guys, if you're Cowboy fans, I'm going to tell you right now, it's the wrong move. It's absolutely 100% the wrong move.
It's going to be a power struggle.
Jason Wall said,
go ahead.
He said Mike Groh for Dallas head coach.
Hey, we send them to you right now. We'll send you a case of beer and Groh.
Signed, sealed, and delivered. You can have them. Here's the thing. It don't matter what coach they get as long as Jerry is in the front office. As long as Jerry wants to be the president, the GM, the owner, he wants to hand out towels, he wants to give interviews and all that kind of stuff. It really don't matter who the coach is, man. They're going to be mediocre.
Yo, if LB's still in here.
Hey Nick, I think it's a good selection, Nick Diaz, Zimmer, but once again, man, I think Zimmer is an all or nothing type coach, bro. Like, he's not going to put up with Jerry Jones. He's going to tell Jerry Jones probably in very personal way, you got to stop talking, brother. This is my team. We're not playing this. I think it has to be a very particular fit for that organization, which means you got to have a dude that's not an alpha. It's just not a good look for the Cowboys, man. It's not. Like, Gabriel, that's funny, bro. He said give him the Browns' former head coach.
Hey, here's a good question. Drew Johnson said, "Who earned a spot next year on the Eagles?"
Sorry, say that again.
Meaning,
Drew Johnson said, "Who earned a spot next year on the Eagles?" And if I'm gonna have to say the two people I believe that really earned a spot, the top two, there's a lot of them. It's Greg Ward and Boston Scott must come back to the Eagles next year, no matter what.
100%, bro.
They will. I mean, Greg Ward's been on this team for 3 years. Boston Scott, they got him off the Saints practice squad, and they like him. As you can see, the dude just scored 3 touchdowns, man. Of course he's going to be back. Greg Ward, I think, will be back, and I think that they will bring the guy, the running back we just picked up. I think he'll be fighting for a spot also. I can't remember his name. What's the guy's name?
Elijah Holyfield.
Vander's son.
Yeah, let me ask y'all, because I don't know too much about this kid. What's up with him?
I didn't see a lot of college film on the kid, but apparently he's a physical back. Apparently, from what I heard, Doug Peterson, the coaching staff, said is that the scouting organization had an eye on this kid, and they were looking to draft him this past year, apparently. I don't know why the move wasn't made and why they went with, what was that boy's name, the quarterback? I remember I'm talking about that 5th rounder.
Yeah, what? I don't understand it.
Yeah,
I don't even remember the kid's name. He was so like forgettable. But
yeah,
the kid out of Northwestern. But,
yeah, quick.
So I forgot his name.
I think there's something to it, Philly Fresh. You might be right that, to me, why go out and get a guy that's not familiar with your system this late in the year unless you really want to take an honest look at him? You know what I mean? Because it was weird. Right. You got all these guys on the. You got what's that dude's name? Darrell Henderson or whatever his name is on the no, it's not Darrell Henderson. That would be nice. But you got a like a scat back basically on the practice squad. D'Angelo something. Can't remember his name. Is it Henderson? D'Angelo Henderson, something like that. He's a quick, speedy dude. So to me, if you were just going to bring a guy up for a body for the playoffs, that's the dude you bring up, unless you're trying to get an advance look at somebody. I think Holyfield's got a legitimate shot to be back, especially with the uncertainty that's around. Look, I want him back, man. I want Jordan Howard back bad, but I'm not going to sit here and go on a record and say that I guarantee they're going to re-sign the kid. I mean, it depends on what the market is for this kid, how willing he is to take like a very secondary role inside of the running back room. Like, you know what I mean? All those things factor in. So
I think
he might be a legitimate dude that sticks around.
I think the emergence of Boston Scott is going to, have a lot to do in Howie's mind with Howard. If Howard's going to try to ask for money, the Eagles like to be cheap at running back. This is what we do.
Mm-hmm.
So the emergence of Boston Scott and seeing how Miles Sanders and Boston Scott or as Jason Wall would say, Philly Scott balling out. Why would they pay Jordan Howard? I want them to pay Jordan Howard. No, of course. But I could see them trying to be cheap.
Gabriel, Laura Brunson is welcome on any of our streams anytime he wants to. I just don't ask people like that because I feel like that would be very unfair to Lord Brunson to do that to him. But, bro, all he has to do is message any one of us, man. And trust me, we will put him on in a heartbeat. We are all huge fans of Lord Brunson, all three of us here. I've been following him since, like, the minute I started my YouTube channel, I was looking up to find out other dudes that were doing it. And I came across him in Philly 500, and I was like, wow, like, I need to step my game up because they're good. Be real.
LB know what it is, man. Me and him, we message. He know what it is. He know the love I got for him. He was one of the first dudes. He was one of the first dudes to put me in his description. One of the first dudes to shout me out, man. And I always will appreciate that, man.
And with that being said, everybody who's in here, if you guys are already subscribed to all three of us, two of us, one of us, none of us, like I said, I'm never going to tell you just to subscribe to me blindly. All you got to do is search Philly Mike in the YouTube search bar. Watch any one of the videos. If you like it, click. If you don't, next. It's up to you.
Mm-hmm. Listen, I'll never tell you guys to subscribe to another person's channel blindly, but blindly go subscribe to mine, bro. Don't even think about it. Just do it. Don't think, do it. Right. All right. I'm trying to look through some of these, some of the content or content. Wow.
2020 vision.
Cowboys X Factor. What's up? Oh, Eagle Cliffs. What's going on, brother? I must have missed you in the comments, man. I'm sorry.
While you looking through them, I want to ask both of y'all a question. Who is the most important person on defense this week or today? Who has to make the biggest impact
on defense?
Yes.
Corners. To me, it's got to be. Look, I fully expect the defensive line to bring it today. I ain't even going to touch that. Fletcher Cox going to dominate. He's going to play zero shade, and he is going to push that center back into Russell Wilson's lap all day. Right. And these corners better be ready to ball, bro, because at the end of the day, they're thin at wide receiver, but damn it, those two wide receivers they got they're not good. Metcalf got a tendency to drop the ball, no doubt about it, but he can also go up and make spectacular plays. Like, hey, Sidney Jones, this is your time, bro. Your time to shine, Sidney. Play for that contract, bro. Play for that contract.
They're not starting him, man. And I don't think I don't think it's fair, man. I said earlier, I don't want Rasul to start, but the organization or Jim Schwartz, whoever, man, that's how they feel, man. I feel as though if he keep getting burnt, you got to pull him. And that's one thing that Jim Schwartz does not do. He doesn't switch up his plans. He ride or die with the scheme that he wants to go with or the person that he wants to go with. You can't do that in this game.
Hey, real quick, I'm just going to shout out some of the people after you asked that question. Philly Fresh, they all answered. So you had Glenn Currow said he thinks Rodney McLeod. Well, Drew Johnson said it was Thorson. That was the quarterback we were talking about. Dropped from Northwest.
Yeah, right.
Eagle Man 866 said Malcolm Jenkins. 2020 Vision said Fletcher Cox. Drew Johnson, he just summed it up to the safeties. Jason Wall said but actually, when BG has a big game, we win. And then we got to put Rasul Douglas on the slot, and Rasul Douglas should be the safety. Just opinions, which is
Yeah.
And that's my pick. My pick is Brandon Graham. You had to set an edge on Russell. If you get to Russell, it don't matter what the receivers are doing.
Gap
you have
containment.
to you got to contain and get pressure on Russell Wilson, man. That is the most important thing in this game, man. So Brandon Graham has to ball out. Derek Barnett has to ball out. We know what Fletch going to do. I feel as though he's finally healthy, and you can see it.
Dime in front, gentlemen. That dime in front did so well against them that first game around because what it did more than anything was took away those escape routes for Russell Wilson.
Right.
And I thought Schwartz did a really good job in that game of mixing up between when they're sending Bradham, when they're sending Jenkins, and when they're dropping them back in the coverage to make it hard for them to identify. And I got to tell you, man, we need another game called like that again. Schwartz has got to be big this game. He's going to have to be real big this game.
The way he called that last game, like I said, I don't think you could have played a better defensive performance than we did. You got to remember, listen, again, 5 turnovers the offense had, which gave them 5 free possessions, and we still held them to 17 points. That was incredible.
All right, 2020 Vision asked, why isn't LeBlanc playing quarterback number 2 instead of Douglas? 1 Mills, 2 LeBlanc, and slot Maddox. What do you guys think?
I agree. I agree. I disagree. I want Cravon LeBlanc over any other corner. I want to move a Sidney, and I want to move the guy that's Darby. Them dudes just been getting barbecue chicken, man.
What's good, Sadon? So, defensive. All right, defense. How many turnovers? 0, 1, 2. Where do you guys see it going?
I'm saying we need a solid 2, at least a solid 2. A solid 2 turnovers to really flip this game and just, take the air out of take the heart out of Seattle. Like I said, they've been really good on the road this year. We know them as the 12th man. Whatever that 12th man was in Seattle, they bringing it with them everywhere they go on the road. They keep that right there next to them. They've been playing great ball, but all their games are close. All their games are like a 1 possession win or 1 possession loss.
I agree. I think it's 2. I think we get a kind of like a pick, like a swat up and somebody pick it off. And I think Beast Mode fumbles. Remember last time we played him, we made him fumble in Oakland. Mm-hmm. So I think he fumbles. So I think it's 2.
Eagles man 866. We need 3.
I'll take it.
I'll take that too.
I mean, that'd be nice.
We did a pretty good job of turning them over the last game. I don't know. I mean, we're not really that kind of defense, really. We're not really big in the takeaways. I think we're really good at getting pressure on the quarterback at times. Right. Let me say at times. Let me disclaimer that. But I do think that this game in particular, for this playoff run, it's time to turn people over.
Yeah.
I mean, but we're healthy. We're generally healthy at corner, minus Darby.
And I meant to say this right after you said what you said, to piggyback off what you said, Philly Mike. You got to understand that's Minnesota just fumbled. But
oh my
you got to
God.
understand. You got to understand that was 5 extra possessions that Seattle had, and they still only scored 17 points. And I think one of them was one of the fumbles, one of Carson Wentz's fumbles was like in the red zone or something, or like the 21st, 21-yard line. So Jim Schwartz did a heck of a job containing Russell, man. He really did. And I think that was his best coach game all year. That game, man, because man, that Russell was dynamic, man. Let's just keep it real. He's dynamic. And for him to limit that team to 17 points, it's actually pretty good.
DeShante, man, I have the same feeling, dude. I've been trying to hold it back all week, bro, but I'm telling you, every time I watch the film, I feel more and more confident in that exact prediction, double-digit win. I think it'll be
10.
close, but I think at the end of the game, I can see the Eagles putting up another score that pushes it to double digits. I know I'm crazy, guys. I know I'm crazy for having that much confidence. But, man, when I look at what occurred in that first game, bro,
everything went wrong.
They got really lucky by turning us over when they did, and Carson is just not the same dude he was in Week 12 in that game. Like, he's just a much more fluent quarterback. He commands the pocket a lot better. Like, guys are playing a lot harder right now at the skill positions. Deshaunte, bro, I'm on board, man. I'm not going to throw nobody else under the bus on that one, but I'm feeling you, man. I'm feeling you on that. I'm telling you. I've been quietly trying to keep it to myself, man, but it's getting harder and harder.
Hey, and DeAndre Richardson said, too, to piggyback off that, how good our defense was, and they only scored 17 points. And they said, and even to score that 17, it took a trick play, which is true. They went deep 100%. In the bag to get us. Mm-hmm. And so we got to be aware of them trick plays. Remember, we were getting hit with them left and right by the Patriots, to Seattle. Then Miami hit us with one. Like, they all were doing it. But
and then I think it was either the Washington or the Giants. It was the Giants. They tried to hit us with one with the flea flicker, but they sacked Eli. But the guy was running down the field wide open. But they got the Eli. So yeah, you're absolutely right. You definitely gotta, especially when your offense is sputtering. We seen what the Patriots had to do to try to get some type of offense. They have linebackers and all type of stuff. So you do have to watch for that. I just think that the way Doug is coaching, he wasn't coaching how he was when we played Seattle. I do think I'm not gonna say 2 touchdowns, but I do think it can be a double digit score, probably about 10 or something. But my official score is 24-17. Again, they only scored 17 points.
I think I said 27-13, didn't I? Philly Mike, and then what I said the last time. Yeah.
And I got 27-17. Hey, but like at the end of the day, when we were talking about how many turnovers we need to get, at the end of the day, if we just win the turnover battle, that's it. I mean, if we get 1, as long as they got 0. If we get 3, as long as we win the battle, we're coming out this game with a W. And Deshaun Jackson's going to be like this. Sweet. Now we can start rolling.
I can't wait, man.
Quickly.
I can't wait. So, if D-Jax gets back, bro.
He's going to be if we get like a 10-point lead, y'all know how it is. They're going to start talking about Deshaun, and they're going to put him over there on the sideline. He's going to be the biggest cheerleader that we going to have out there on that sideline because he know I get to play playoff football. When the last time he played playoff football?
Wild. Because he wasn't getting playoffs in Tampa Bay and Washington.
Yeah, I mean, come on, Tampa Bay and Washington. You know what I'm saying? Like, come on. Yeah, he came back for Philly for one reason. We all know why he came back.
Play with RG3. Didn't he play with RG3 his rookie year?
Exactly. Yeah, he can't. I don't know if it was his rookie year, but he played. I think he did play with him. Because when did we trade him? When did Chip Kelly trade him? 2014, I think, right? Something like that.
Was it 14 or was it 13?
No, I think we had him in Macklin 13, didn't we? And I think we traded out.
That was a 27-2 year.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was 27-2. So
it's hard to remember, bro. It's crazy how the swings in.
Let me ask you guys this real quick. So we all, of course, I guess Jason Wall said the Saints just scored a touchdown, right? I'm about to put that game on real quick. But we all want the Vikings to win, right?
I do.
Because we much rather play Green Bay, right? Or
I want everyone that beat us earlier in the season to see us again.
I do want to play the 49ers because quarterback never been, a lot of that team is young, never been to the postseason. And Green Bay, just like how we feeling about the Seahawks and all that, and they beat us, Green Bay got to be feeling the same way about us, man.
Yeah, you're right.
I agree.
You know what I mean? Like their confidence is like, man, and mind you, it was way closer. It was way closer. You know, like Aaron Rodgers was a misread away from tying the game up because the dude was running wide open on the right.
Yes,
and
Skip Bayless never lets that go.
I'm only rooting for the Vikings for one reason. I want to break Minnesota's hearts at the Link in the NFC Championship game. That's the only reason I'm voting for it. I want to watch us go to the Super Bowl at the Link for the second time in 3 seasons.
Off them. Yeah.
That'd be crazy, man. If we get an NFC Championship game at home, what again? In 2 and 2 years? Oh man, that'd be wonderful. I gotta go to that game.
I didn't know this until I started a YouTube channel, man. But I gotta tell you, some of the biggest trash talking fans that I have come across on YouTube are Viking fans. I mean, they was talking mad smack before our game, bro, and we lost it, and I had to endure that crap, bro. I was like, damn, man, like, all right, you got us. Go ahead, lay it on us, but just know we better keep that same spirit if we hit the playoffs together.
Yeah, I ain't have a channel then, but I listen, like I told y'all before, I listen to a lot of sports radio, Philly sports radio, and they was calling the stations talking crazy. Then after the game, the same dudes that was calling the station, they was calling the station again talking about some, oh man, we got treated wrong out there. Guys was taking off hats and peeing on all this old. I'm like, come on, man. Y'all just, first of all, y'all making up stuff. But before then, y'all was talking crazy. I'm talking about they was coming out, they lives crazy. Like y'all quarterback really wasn't a backup. Case Keenum was really a backup, man.
See, I wasn't in Philadelphia for the 2017 championship game, NFC championship game. But I heard mad people were telling me in the comments that they were like disrespecting the hell out of the city. Disrespecting the hell out of the statues, all kinds of stuff.
They did the skull. They dressed up the Rocky statue with their apparel, and they had a big group of people doing the skull chant right on them steps. Then after, listen, my whole thing is like everybody knows how Eagle fans are, regardless. But how are you going to cry about how we treat you after you come in and disrespect us like that? Like, it's a different thing if you just come in, take an L, and get disrespected. But on the Rocky statue, like, come on, man. You know that's going to go. It went viral. Everybody was seeing that.
You're asking to get the worst of the Philly fan base.
Where the heck was all the Philly fans at, though? Like, how they let that go down like that? I don't understand that.
You know it was planned. It had to be planned with police escort. No way they just rolled up on the statue by themselves.
Happens,
nah. There was a lot of them, though. They were like maybe like 50 deep. Hey, look at this.
Stephen Joyce in enemy country, bro. He said, I'm in Minnesota.
Yeah, I was going to say that. Stephen Joyce, he's in Minnesota.
What's up, Hi? We agree, bro. I think Carson going to have a big day today. He got his jersey on already. He ready. Philly Mike woke up with that jersey, bro.
I woke up like this. No, I'm just kidding. But, yo, at the end of the day, my wife says, because I haven't worn my Greg Ward jersey yet, right? She says, why don't you put it on? I said, listen, we're on a 4-game winning streak. I ain't changing nothing up. I'm not changing nothing up right now.
That's for opening week next year.
Yeah. I'm going to keep rocking with this jersey.
Yo, Gabriel, that would be crazy if they did that. Yo, if the same kind of events play out at the Dome again with some miracle reception to beat them, bro, I feel bad for the Saints, bro. The Saints might as well just hang it up if that happens to them again.
That was in Minnesota last time, though, right? Yeah, that was in Minnesota. But yeah, that'd be crazy. Especially the Saints ain't scored yet neither. I don't know who said that, but
yeah,
they are 3rd and goal right now at the 4-yard line.
I think they said.
What's up, buddy? Gate City, do you realize we haven't lost a game since Alshon got hurt? He really is slowing our offense down because we try to force the ball to him to keep him happy. Let's just stay with the kids. He ain't coming back for a long time anyways because of the nature of that injury. Hang on, Gabriel. I'm sorry, bro. It's randomly clicking crap, man. So, honestly, I think he's going to be out for the majority of next season if we hang on to him anyways. But I think didn't he get the same exact injury Mills got hurt? I think he had a Liz Frank required surgery just like Mills had.
Yeah, he got the Liz Frank. Did he get the surgery yet though? Did he?
I ain't heard nothing.
They ain't heard nothing about it, right?
That's why I kind of think the Eagles are going to part ways with the man because normally they would update you on something like that. Like nobody even addressed it.
Hey,
Yeah, it's crazy. And now they don't even update us on Nelson Aguilar neither. Like when Doug has his press conferences, nobody asks about Nelson Aguilar, man,
he
Mhm.
and
just
that's crazy.
gone.
So yeah, that goes to show you that it's over for his tender to Philadelphia, man.
Yeah.
You know.
I was gonna say
Philly
that one.
Joe,
I was gonna
100%.
tell
That's
you.
exactly what I was thinking, man. That's exactly what I was thinking, dude.
He says he's a Cowboy now, though.
He is. He was on their practice squad. He
Practice
is. I
squad.
remember that. I remember when they signed him.
Hey, look at DeAndre Richardson's comment. He said, "Did y'all see the Wentz interview on NFL Network? Did any of you guys see it?
I didn't see it.
The
If you
who?
want to, did you see the? Someone said, did you see the Wentz interview on NFL Network?
No, I didn't know he had one.
Me either.
What'd he
So
say, man? What'd he say, DeAndre?
yeah, if you could sum it up, let us know. I'm gonna probably have to watch that before this game. Now I gotta see it.
Yeah, now I definitely want to see it.
Steven, I
How,
wasn't
how,
too
how many yards y'all think he throwing for?
far
Y'all
from
think
you,
he
bro.
gonna
I grew
crack
up about
300?
20, 25 miles outside of Philly myself, man. South of Philly. I grew up in Northeast Delaware, man.
And now you in all the way in North Carolina.
Bro. Far. Far, bro. I'm far, man. Far.
Y'all,
You went
y'all think Carson will
way.
crack 300?
Hey, it's cheap, bro.
Oh yeah,
It's cheap down here, man.
You
I
saying
could
yeah to
definitely
me,
see
Mike?
it.
Just think.
Huh?
You saying yeah to me? No, I asked y'all think Carson gonna crack 300 today?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I think so.
Think so?
I think so. I don't think it's going to be like a 300-yard gain where like he's just tearing everybody up, but I think as they start creeping up to try to shut down the run, he's going to hit a couple over the top on him.
Rob
I
Davis
do.
need
I
that.
do. Rob Davis has been creeping, man. He's been creeping on him.
He has.
I'm telling, man. I feel it. Like every time I watch film, I'm like, damn, it's right there. Like, and I know Carson's seen it. I know he's seen it because he put one up for him, and that was a hell of a play on the ball by Rob Davis last week.
It was he's this is the biggest thing with Carson, man, right now. The trust. You got people have to understand. Everybody watching this feed right now, y'all have to understand the trust of your quarterback and your receiver is so because it's so big because you have to throw it to a place where you think they're going to be, where you suspect they're going to be. Because mind you, especially when it's a 40-yard pass, you have to really put it somewhere where you trust they're going to be. And I don't feel as though even though our receivers wasn't fast, he still didn't trust them. They wasn't getting separation, and he wasn't trusting that they're going to come up with the ball because of all the drop passes.
Yeah.
And you can see the trust in these young guys, man. And it's been amazing, man.
Yeah. What's his name? Where'd it go? Oh, DeAndre Richardson said he's hungry, just his look. Like I guess in the interview, you can just see, just his mindset. Like he's gonna come out and ball. So I'm still gonna go watch it when I'm done with this, just to see it.
Man, it's crazy all he's had to go through, man. Like to watch another man take over the season you built and put it in the Super Bowl and hoist the Lombardi, bro. I can't imagine what that feels like, man, as a professional athlete. Like, especially when you were supposed to be the savior of the city. That's what your draft positioning was supposed to be. All that, man. I know, like, the kid had to have matured, man. He had to mature through that situation.
But you know what I'm tired of? Yeah, you're absolutely right. I'm just tired of people trying to act like he wasn't one of the reasons that we won that Super Bowl, man. We don't win that Super Bowl if Nick Foles doesn't have the number one seed. Let's keep it real. We don't win it, man. So it's just a shame, man, that people trying to act like just because he wasn't on that field that he's a Super Bowl champion. I don't know how he feels about him being a Super Bowl champion, but I feel as though he is.
Mm-hmm. Steven, what's up, buddy? With Clowney back and that right side of the O-line suspect with Brooks and Johnson out, do you think we will see more up-tempo quick passes? I think that's our complete offensive identity right now, Steven, to be honest. Up-tempo, timing, and rhythm.
And and the screens will be used in this game.
I agree. I think you're going to see definitely some tight end screens, and I think you'll see at least 2 running back screens.
You might see more than that.
That
You
boy,
might.
yeah.
You might, but I'm just trying to stay conservative with it. Just I don't want to,
You know what I'm liking though? You know what I'm liking, and I want y'all to comment on this. Gate City, I'm pretty sure you've seen it. Philly Mike, I'm pretty sure you've seen it also. So Doug is putting his best players out there. It don't matter your position. I don't care that I got two tight ends and 2 running backs out there. On third down or whenever we need to make a play, I'm putting my best players out there. I've been seeing a whole lot of when Miles Sanders was healthy in that last game. I've seen a whole lot of him and Boston Scott in at the same time.
2-back
I
set.
like it, man.
Yep.
I like it because it's so much more that you can do.
Yep.
First of all, this dude Scott, man, I give him credit because of his size, but that's really to his advantage.
He's like my height.
The way he's built
Mhm.
is really to his advantage. That second touchdown, the dude couldn't tackle him because you can't grab his legs, and he's so stocky, man. He's like what 5'5", 5'6",
Like 5'6" I think. Yeah.
200 pounds. I'm 5'8" and I'm 200 pounds. So that dude, I want to see him like personally because I know he got to be like a bowling ball, man. Like the dude is big, man.
Just to put it in perspective, I'm about the same exact height as this kid, maybe an inch or so taller than him. Bro, when I was in the service, my leanest and my cuttest I've ever been, maybe 160, 165. For him to be 5'6", 200,
and
that's a bowling ball,
fast,
bro. That's a bowling ball.
And that fast, and you can tell he's strong. Dude, defenders is actually just bouncing off of this dude because where do you tackle him at?
Yep.
You can't grab his legs because he's always going to win. Low man wins. We know this in football. Low man always wins. So you can't tackle him because he's too low. You can't tackle him high because if you tackle him high, you have a disadvantage because you can't lean on him. So I don't know what took him so long to bring this dude up, man. But
you know what the other thing is?
I thought he should have been on the team from day one. I thought he should have made the 53.
And you know what the other thing is? When you're that little, they can't find you, and you're behind your 6'5" offensive lineman. That was Darren Sproles' advantage the whole time, and he's about to be our new Darren Sproles. You know what I'm saying?
I agree.
He's going to be our new Darren Sproles.
Bro, the way Doug loved Darren, I can only imagine what this dude's gonna cook up in the offseason. For him, man.
I'm gonna be right back.
Jack said Carson Wentz will be the next great quarterback of the playoffs for the next decade. What do you think about that, Philly Fresh?
Carson Wentz will what?
He'll be the next great quarterback of the playoffs for the next decade.
Meaning what? Meaning like how Tom Brady is, or
pretty much, yeah.
He can be. He can be because most of the young talent at quarterback is over in the AFC. The young quarterback talent, I mean.
Yeah.
You got Deshaun, you got of course you got Patrick Mahomes. I mean, all we really have to worry about over here is Trubisky, Prescott. I mean, give me a young quarterback in the NFC that can compete with this dude.
Can compete with him?
I hate that.
Exactly.
None of them.
Exactly. So yes, I agree. For the next decade, barring injury, he will own the playoffs. That's how I feel.
Yeah,
I agree.
He said I agree.
No, I want you to ask him that though. How Philly might feel about that.
Carson Wentz will be the next great quarterback in the playoffs for the next decade.
He's a stud. He's a stud. We saw the greatness of 2017. We saw stuff, regress a little bit in the sense of he was trying to get back from the ACL. He locked onto Zach Ertz a little bit too much. Not this year, last year. But you're seeing him come back to his own. He's coming back to himself, and he's the dude.
Burnett is going to go off today.
Stephen Joyce, go off how? What? Give me his stat line. Give me his stat line. What's your prediction for his stat line?
Stephen Joyce, my video on Deontay Burnett is at like 4,700 views. There is nothing more than this content creator would like than for that man to go off and push me over 5K on that video. But I'm going to say this. It's going to depend on how the Seahawks – it's going to depend on what the Seahawks do defensively. Like, I think you got a shot there. I mean, like depending on how they try to play and how many reps this kid's going to get, like all that kind of factors in. To be honest, I think it also is going to greatly depend on how healthy JJ is. I think a lot of the playing time Burnett got was due to the fact that JJ couldn't really go for that long on that foot in the last game. So I think that's kind of the factor there, to be honest.
3-3, Vikings and Saints, 3-3.
Hey, Steven Sidlow.
Mm-hmm.
I think we should have gave Mark and Michelle a shot that deep and off the field. I'm just want to comment on that. It's obviously something in practice that he's not doing. It's obviously something in practice that he's not getting better at. And dudes like Greg Ward and other dudes, Burnett and all them dudes, they surpassed him. That's just, it has to be that. I don't know what else to say about that. I like what I seen in the preseason, but once again, that's preseason, and he really only had that one touchdown. That's really all he had, and he does have speed, but it got to be something. Maybe they don't like his blocking because he's not even out there for with all that speed. He's not even out there for special teams, and they kept Matt Hollins around.
Yeah.
So
Shelton Gibson surprised me, guys. I'm not gonna lie to you. When I woke up, was it like New Year's Day when I woke up and they signed Shelton Gibson? I didn't see that one coming. That one I honestly did not see coming. That one did shock me that they went Shelton Gibson over Marquand Michelle, but then someone did point out to me that Shelton Gibson has been a very good gunner on special teams for a very long time. And I think we did lose our gunner recently. So that might be the reasoning behind it. I don't know.
You know what's getting overlooked? Speaking of special teams, real fast. You know what's getting overlooked, and I'm getting tired of seeing it? We have to find somebody to be able to fill these punts, man. Greg Ward is not doing a good job. As much as I like him, he is not doing a good job. He's making bad decisions. He's letting the ball get to the 1 yard line. Just catch the ball. Catch the ball, man. Like, they got to find somebody else because it's obviously not his forte.
The scary thing is the two guys that I know of that field the punts are, well, they're Greg Ward Jr. and I think the next guy is Boston Scott. And they're both playing pivotal roles right now. Like, I agree. We should have tried to figure that out.
Stephen Joyce put up his stat line. If you can find it and put it up on the screen.
6 catches, 85. Damn.
For Burnett?
Yeah.
You must really like this guy.
Hey, Steven, I hope you're right, bro, because I'm telling you, if that happens, man, my video is going to go into the YouTube Hall of Fame, bro. On the real. Like, there's nothing I would like more because I did this video on this obscure player the Eagles signed off the Jets practice squad that I was a little familiar with from his time at USC, but I didn't know a whole lot about him. So I was like, yeah, let me go check him out. Never in a million years thought that video would blow up the way it blew up. Bro, I would love to see it. But the rational thought in me says it's going to really depend on JJ. If JJ is not healthy and he's not ready to go, I think you got a legitimate chance. Because I will say this, man, that kid looked really explosive in and out of his breaks last week. That was pretty exciting to see.
And that's something that JJ Arthur-Whiteside can't do at this point. He's not good at running routes.
If that guy does that, if he drops a 6 for 85 2-touchdown game in a winning playoff game, that's the next jersey. Here we go.
Man, we got a lot of comments here on Russell Wilson, guys. Doesn't the Seahawks play a lot of zone? So, Drew, the Seahawks play that Dallas system. So what you'll see there is they will use a cover 2 concept, but they do use a lot of this weird man under, on one side of the field and they zone on the other. So they're kind of back and forth.
Plus, they don't like to get out of the 4-3. I mean, even when we put receivers, even if we would put 3 receivers out there, they still try to stay in their 4-3, which is good because we don't got our 2 running back sets. They're not going to be matched up with no slot corner or nothing like that. They're going to be matched up with a linebacker. So we should be able to eat. That's why they are 28th in the NFL when it comes to runner back catches out the backfield.
And tight ends.
Yep.
They're bad at covering tight ends.
They're really bad. They're really bad at covering tight ends. 2020 vision. Russell Wilson has slowed down. We never used to get more than 1 sack on him before the last game. What do you guys think? I'm not the best person to comment on this because I'm a fanboy. Look, guys, I attended NC State University. Man, I was there during the Russell Wilson years. Like, it's not fair for me because honestly, I'm a fanboy. I don't think I could be impartial on the viewpoint. What do you guys think?
I mean, of course, I'm not saying that he's completely slowed down, but he's getting older. He takes a lot of hits. He gets set about top 5 in the league every year. All that punishment, man, and then that's going to happen. But he's still an outstanding player. He's still a top 5 quarterback. With no exception.
Mm-hmm.
I want to say this: Russell Wilson in the first, let's say, 8 games, 9 games, maybe 10 games, he was putting up a fight to try to stay with Lamar Jackson for MVP. These last couple games, his passer ratings dipped. He's been taking more sacks, and their offense is not going the way it normally does. For a quarterback to be that talented, Pete Carroll, they're still, I think, in the whole NFL, I think they're 3rd in rushing attempts. They use Russell Wilson as like a game manager. They pretty much say, run the ball, and when we need that one play, go ahead and make it. But they don't let him be Pat Mahomes back there, Drew Brees back there. They're not dropping back, throwing 45 times, 50 times. Carson Wentz throws more than him. They really use him as run the ball and then make that one play. But that's what's crazy about this game. Going in it with the Marshawn Lynch and these guys who weren't on the roster, I'm curious if they're going to try to say, you know what, Russ, you're going to have to come out here and pass the ball 50 times to stay. And that's the scary thing. I want them to run the ball, especially against our defensive front. I don't want them throwing the ball 50 times.
I will warn everybody, do not sleep on their change of pace back. There's a kid named Homer, I think is his name. The boy got feet. The boy got serious speed at that running back position. So that's the only one I see to where there's not a lot of game film on this kid, and the kid's got explosive speed. So that's the one guy that Marshawn Lynch at this point in his career ain't running away from anybody. He might get a 4 or 5 yarder on you just because of physical contact, but I don't think he's going to streak down a sideline on anybody anytime soon. But that kid Homer, we need to make sure that kid don't hit a damn homer this game.
Yeah,
keep his ass bottled up.
Gate City. Look at Steven Sildo's thing. He pretty much said what you said in your last video about the D line, and pretty much how we got to attack the Seattle Seahawks undersized center. Good if you can find that, and you can elaborate on that, because that was your biggest key when you put up your video about the deep in the trenches. You got to win that battle.
Come on, this one right here.
Yeah.
So, Steven, I agree. Not only is their center undersized, he's not their starter. Justin Britt's their starter, who's a decent center. Mm-hmm. So, Fletcher Cox was playing a lot of zero shade against him the last game. And Fletcher Cox, there was one play in particular, I put it up on my video, like Fletcher Cox took that man and like basically walked him like he was a child.
In the Russell lap.
Yeah, like, I'm telling you, the Seahawks are going to struggle, guys, because I think they're going to be down to left tackle. They might be down Ayupati at left guard, and they're already down their center. Bro, this is not an easy matchup for that offensive line against our D line. We may not have that crazy fast speed rusher, but we got dudes that will push you backwards. And I tell you who I think is a sneaky pick to have a really big game. Sweat could have it, but there's another dude on the interior, and he's been playing really well recently.
Timmy Jernigan. Run at me, bro. Run at me, bro.
I think Jernigan's gonna have a chance to eat in this game.
He been balling. He definitely been balling.
He be getting hype pregame too.
Mm-hmm.
Ewan 609 said, I never thought I'd say this with our practice squad players. We have a lot of weapons, and defensive coordinators had to be smart playing for us. What y'all think about that?
Great job by the front office. The front office went deep and found some of these guys, man. I mean, I got to give, as bad as I think our scouting department can be at times, I think our professional scouting department has been pretty damn good. From Travion LeBlanc last year to all these guys that we're picking and pulling this year. I mean, I got to give them props, man. I mean, What you think, man? What you think, Mike?
If y'all didn't watch my practice squad video, with the practice squad fly.
Yeah.
No, that. I mean, that's real, man. Because we grinded. How we up all year. He didn't get Clowney. He didn't get what's the guy name from Devontae Parker. He didn't get all these dudes, but yet we still find ourselves in a playoff, hosting a playoff game, and the dudes that he has picked up for cheap still got the same amount of draft picks. These dudes is balling, man. So I gotta tip my hat off to Howie, man, because I was giving him some slack, man. I mean, I wasn't giving him no slack earlier. I ain't gonna lie to y'all. Probably
I came for him at the trade deadline, bro. I did not understand what the hell he was doing.
Because, yo, we were all waiting there like this. Yo, my whole thing is, how are you going to make a statement like the Eagles are about to make a big move? And then we just sit here like this. And then that 15 minutes after the trade deadline is over, you're just like, they literally.
At 4:05, the trade deadline ends at 4 o'clock. At 4:05, I was ready to throw my damn phone, man. I'm like, how do we not get? And I really thought that we was going to get the kid from Miami. I really thought that we was going to get him. And when that didn't happen, I'm like, dude, you got all these receivers hurt, dudes that don't want to play. Come on, man, give me something. But obviously, he had something in his back pocket the whole time, man. He had a little trick up his sleeve.
All right, y'all. King James III. Do you think it's too far-fetched to think we would see the same opponent that we had practice against back before preseason, the Ravens, in the Super Bowl? Now, I don't think it's far-fetched at all. Me personally, I think the Ravens are a pretty good pick from the AFC right now.
I don't know who can. I don't know who has the defense to beat that team. It's not really about your offense. Their defense is okay, but man, what they doing with Lamar Jackson is they're changing the game, man. They're doing a Steph Curry that he did to the NBA. Mm-hmm. He changed the game. And what they're doing, if he's able to, because he takes a lot of hits, if he's able to withstand that, I'm pretty sure he can this year, but probably not through a whole career. He's going to have to learn how to throw better. But, man, I think they're going to the Super Bowl.
The only thing I'll say, King James, is that I think that Tennessee is a sneaky good team that can keep your best player on the sideline because they can win that time of possession.
Derrick Henry
that's the wrench I can see being thrown in there. And, of course, you got Pat Mahomes in Kansas City that can score. They can put a lot of points on the board.
It's going to eat that Lamar Jackson going to eat that defense up, man.
But
you got to be – yeah, Henry is a grown man, though, Philly Mike. I agree with you. We talk about Boston Scott being a bowling ball. This dude, man, oh, my gosh, man. And I didn't say – I watched him in Alabama. He was good, but man, oh my gosh, man, that was a heck of a.
I thought the Patriots were going to draft him when he was on the board. The Patriots would have got him right now. They would have won that yesterday.
Do you guys know what happened to him?
Derrick Henry happened before the draft.
Y'all didn't know what happened to him. So he came out. Of course, a lot of people mistook Derrick Henry for being this big bruising back. That wasn't his personality nor his running style. He was just a big dude. Eddie George talked to him and got him under control at the end of last season. That's when the change happened. Eddie George told him, start running behind your pads.
Right.
Now he is exactly what everyone thought he was. This big dude who not only can just straight truck you, but you get him in the open field, he got feet for a big man.
Man, that dude is a grown man.
Mm-hmm.
I can't put him up there because I can't put him up there with the Saquons and the McCaffreys because of all the things that they do. But you want to talk about straight runner? He might be the best runner of the football in the game, man. In the game. It used to be Zeke, but Zeke is not that anymore. You know how we had Zeke, but then you like, oh, wait, or Alvin Kamara is better because he can do more. But Zeke was the best runner of the football. Mm-hmm. He's not that anymore. Derrick Henry is.
Yo, Derrick Henry he's a problem. He's a problem. Tennessee, Ryan Tannehill, since coming in from Mariota, who thank God we didn't get Mariota. If Chip Kelly was able to pull that shit, oh my God, we'd be suffering. Because he was about to give up
but let's keep it real. It's fans that wanted him though.
True.
Yeah.
Man, The
But
Mariota and Chip Kelly, this offense.
Yo, he was going to give up the farm. He was about to just give up players and picks, and this guy can't stay on the field. Talk about injury prone.
Yeah.
Tannehill's ball.
And not only that, but not only that, injury when he's healthy, he's not good. He's just not good. I don't know if the system doesn't fit him or what, but they got some good receivers over there, man.
They do.
And that's why I respect everything that Carson is doing. If you look around the league, everybody got receivers, man. Everybody got receivers. I'm talking about accomplished receivers. I'm not saying our receivers are trash now, but when we didn't have them receivers, that's doing their thing now. Carson still was balling.
All right, Drew Johnson got a question, guys. This is an off-the-wall question. What do you think will happen to Mariota? I think he's done. I think he's cooked toast, bro.
Backup.
Yeah, he's going to be a backup.
Now, again,
he's going to be a backup.
Would he be a good backup? Of course, because he's going to be a backup that, since he's a backup, he can stay and get healthy, and he can come in and win you a game or two until your guy gets back. There's certain guys who are not starter material. Like, at the end of the day, McCown's a good backup. Like, you in this league, you want a good backup. Hopefully, the backup's only going to come in for a game or two. But like I said, when you have backups like
he's still a young guy,
unknown guys, huh?
So he's still a young guy. Do you guys think that the right quarterback coach in the right system with the right head coach could possibly turn his career around? Do you think that he's just completely overvalued talent?
Nah, I think he could be that C+ guy. He could be that guy who's not going to win you a game, but not going to lose you a game, and with the right team, with a defense and a run game. But that's the thing, though. That's what Tennessee had: a defense and a run game. And I don't understand why he failed that. Look what Ryan Tannehill's doing. We all thought of Ryan Tannehill as a average quarterback. This last 6 weeks, I think he has the best passer rating in the NFL. He has the highest completions percentage, all that. So it's like, if Ryan Tannehill, a guy in Miami who kind of was just mediocre at best, if he can excel with that coaching staff, what's that to say about Mariota?
Yeah.
Yeah, but I understand what you're saying, but sometimes coaching staffs have to use your best abilities. Like, you see what they're doing with Lamar Jackson. See what I'm saying? See, Tannehill is a better thrower of the football than Mariota. Point blank period.
Absolutely. 1,000,000%.
So, right. So, I mean, that's one of the reasons. But I want to ask y'all the same question that our viewer just asked about Jameis Winston. 30 for 30. That's bad, man. 30 touchdowns, 30 interceptions. That's bad.
Call me crazy, man. I still think, given the right situation, with the right coaching staff, with the right quarterback coach, I think there is talent there, though. I think his decision-making is crap, but I think there's arm talent there.
I would take him way over Mariota, and that was 1 and 2. Again, interceptions can be fixed, man. He's better than Mariota.
30?
I know.
30.
I hear you. I mean, his decision-making is crap. No doubt about it.
All that talent. Do you see all that talent that he got?
Oh, yeah. He got receiver for days.
Oh, come on. He got receivers. He got, what's his name? OJ Mayo, right? OJ Mayo. He got
Howard. OJ Howard.
OJ Howard, yeah. He got Howard. He got good running backs. He got Barber. Like, come on, man. This dude, man.
You're right.
I just don't get it.
Hey, I wanted to, while we're on that Mariota thing, Drew Johnson said, can they turn him into a Taysom Hill?
No, he's not big enough. We talked about this with Greg Ward.
He'd have to be a receiver.
Taysom Hill is a man.
Yeah, he'd have to be a Greg Ward, not a Taysom Hill.
Yeah.
Oh, and by the way, Drew Johnson, I like that jersey. Go boy 06. That's pretty tough.
So this is what I'll say. I think if you put Marcus Mariota in a quick timing, up tempo, like rhythm offense, I think he'd be okay. But you got to get the ball out of that man's hands quick, and you got to simplify the reads for him. You can't have him out there trying to really break down defenses, and like he's not that talented. He's not that guy. Now, put him in a quick timing offense, give him a chance to make plays with his legs, he's probably average. He could probably be an average quarterback, maybe slightly above average if he's on an exceptional football team that's perfectly built for him. I don't think that's the kind of guy you're going to win a Super Bowl with. Be real though.
What you want to have an all Madden team? I mean,
he gonna need it. He gonna need the Madden 99.
Hey, listen, the team that he just had, man, is not bad at all, and we see that now. You know what I mean? Like, and then you got the best runner of the football too, man. That means a lot, man. I think that's one of the reasons, man, that Dak Prescott was able to flourish. Even with it's crazy that he finally gets weapons and he gets worse because the runner of the football is not being as productive. When he's not productive, Dallas is not productive.
Drew Johnson, I'm gonna really piss some Dallas fans off here. Drew, in my opinion, Dak Prescott is the better decision maker. I'll tell you this. I think Winston has the way better arm. I'm just gonna put that out there.
Yeah, of course. Winston has a better arm than a lot of quarterbacks, man.
Hey, when you said OJ Mayo, Philly Fresh, you got to cut. Lone Revolver was like OJ Mayo was a b-ball player, and Hairless Mel they all had a nice kick out of that. OJ Mayo, when you said it.
Hey, man, players mess up, man, and I'm a player, so I'm gonna mess up. You know.
I know what you meant.
It's all
bro.
good.
I know what you meant. You talking about Howard, I think, but it's all good, bro.
Yeah.
Put him on the Steelers. I don't know, man. I think the Steelers are a different type of like. They're going to be a run-centered offense when everything is fixed for them.
All right, Gate City. If you had to pick, though, Mariota, Mason Rudolph, or Duck Hodges, who are you taking?
What kind of question is that?
Bro, Mariota.
Because that's why he's saying put.
Give me Chip Kelly and Mariota before I take them other two quarterbacks.
What kind?
Well, that's what I'm saying. I think that's why
at least I'm gonna tank the organization and get a first-round pick. I'm gonna get the number one overall by the time I'm done.
Go ahead.
Amit Shamara said put him on the Steelers, bro. So I think what he was saying is how bad Mason Rudolph is and how bad Duck Hodges is, he would take Mariota. I think he's probably or you know what I mean? Maybe, I don't know.
Hey, as a guy who's an Eagles fan, go ahead and give him the Pittsburgh. I don't know that that's the right. I don't know if that's the right system though. I don't think that they have enough talent at the skill position for him. To be honest.
Right.
Yo, this game is close.
It's still 3-3.
Yeah, it's still 3-3.
It might come down to the wire, guys. It might come down the wire.
Another
with them.
miracle.
Again.
Yeah.
It just seemed like I don't know how y'all feel about this. It just seemed like it's always something always going. I'm just wait. What can go wrong will go wrong for the Saints. There's always something going to happen to the Saints in the playoffs, man.
Yeah.
Something about that team, bro. No matter how good they are in the regular season, they kind of fizzle out in the playoffs, man. I don't get it.
Oh, wow.
Me neither.
He just dropped a pick.
That's what I'm saying. I seen it too.
He just
That's
dropped
what I'm saying. Like what can go wrong? Oh my gosh. What can go wrong will go wrong, man. And I don't know. This is a team that I don't want to see, though. I ain't gonna lie to you. I don't want to see him. Running
backs got to get rolling. This game helps Carson out. And I'm looking to see Carson throw for 250 to 300 range. Eagles walk out 20-17. What do you guys think?
I like it.
Yeah.
The running backs are going to be a big part of the game.
I think the running backs are a big part of the game in many aspects. Look, pass protection. Got to protect. Screen game. Run game. I mean, it's all going to flow. It's going to flow like that with Carson back there, especially with what we have. This is my main thing, guys. I don't care how you win against Seattle. Just win so we get Djax back. Just win.
Just win.
Just win so we can see what happens when you give Carson a legitimate threat at the wide receiver position in the playoffs.
We seen. Oh, you talking about in the playoffs? I'm about to say we seen it that first game.
In the playoffs.
He was down 17-3. You seen with Deshaun. Deshaun can disrupt a whole game by itself, man.
Mm-hmm.
It's the speed. It's not just the speed. When he was here before, he didn't have a route tree that he has an actual route tree now. He knows how to run routes. He runs comeback routes. He runs dig routes. He runs corner routes, man. And I think he's a complete receiver right now.
You see the comment by Randy? Laugh out loud. That question was like asking sushi, sardines, and burgers. Hodges, Mariota, and Mason.
That's what I'm saying, man.
The
That's
question
all
was
mush.
asked. The question was asked because whoever threw out the Pittsburgh Steelers would take them, and I was going to ask you guys, because of how bad the quarterbacks are in Steelers, would you say he's a little bit better than them guys? I mean, they're all trashed.
Yeah.
Not everybody can get a Carson Wentz. You know
I mean, he's a slight upgrade over those type of guys, but
because my whole thing is Big Ben. That injury that Big Ben has, Terry Bradshaw had it when he came back. He was never the same. So Steelers got to move
So you
on.
think he done?
He's old. That injury, I forgot what the injury's called, but it's not a good injury for a quarterback. So that's why I asked that question.
But that dude been injured all his career, man. He always finds a way to make it back. I don't want to count him out yet. You know what I mean? And it happened in the beginning of the year, so he get a whole year, to recover and all that kind of stuff. So I can't count Big Ben out yet, man.
All right, Amit Sharma. I believe this offseason we're going to see Tom playing for the Chargers, Mariota playing for the Steelers or the Patriots, and Rivers playing for the Colts. And that's just my opinion. I would love to see Mariota play for the New England Patriots. I would love to see Belichick try to be the mastermind and turn that around because I don't think they have the offense for it. I think that would be a disaster for them. But I don't know, man. I don't know how confident. I don't know what that dude thinks about himself. I will say this, man. I don't know that the Colts would go. Philip, look, you're putting me in a weird predicament because you're talking all NC State quarterbacks here. Philip Rivers or Jacoby Brissett, which are both NC State guys. Me personally, if I was the Colts, I would go with Jacoby Brissett at this point over Philip Rivers. Although I love Philip Rivers, man. He put us on the map in the early 2000s at NC State, but not this point in his career.
I agree with everything that she said, but the Mariota thing. Bill Belichick is a smarter head coach than that to do something with that dude, man. That he's just not good. I'm sorry, he's not good enough, man. He's not a good enough NFL player. He's not a good NFL quarterback. And like you said, everything has to be perfect for him. Then you're just not good enough. I would take Taysom Hill over Mariota.
Probably.
And as I'm speaking that, he just threw a bomb. Oh, my goodness.
Probably. What's up, Tara?
You see that, Mike?
Yeah.
See that bomb he just threw? As I was saying it, though.
Damian Robinson said, can't wait for the bleeding to start.
Bruh. DeAndre, that's a good point, man. And that's a crazy speed lineup with D-Jax. It is. It is. You know how you remember at the beginning of the year after we'd lost all these guys and we were talking about how horrible it was to play the 12-man because of how long it took routes to develop? Man, can you imagine like the speed we would have out there with Rob Davis, D-Jax, Burnett, Greg Ward Jr. Like, yeah, I mean, we're talking about a big uptick in like overall team speed. Then you got Sanders, you got Scott. I mean, yeah, it changes.
You can put I mean, it's not as fast, but you can put a Kansas City kind of offense out there when DJ come back.
Exactly.
This can go from one of the slowest in the last 4 or 5 weeks, one of the slowest offenses to one of the fastest, man. That fast.
Shit, we get D-Jax back. I would not want to play the Eagles if I'm a different team. I think we become a very scary team, bro. We survive this game. We're a scary, scary team to play in the number one. We're a scary team to play because we got a quarterback, bro. He's out there making 5-course meals out of what? I mean, come on, bro. Name another quarterback.
Oodles and noodles with no seasoning packet.
I mean, my man up there. I mean, he doing big things with little ingredients. Name another quarterback that could do what Carson really did. I mean, you're limited in who can make this work. It's hard. It's hard to play at this level this long with this type of talent that's missing from your roster. I mean, then you add to it that you got a head coach who's won a Super Bowl, and you got a group of guys who are looking like, yo, we get to the Super Bowl, we getting paid.
I love that shirt that they wore after they won the East. The East is not enough. It couldn't have said it any better than that. Straight up.
Sorry, guys. I'm going through some of the questions again, guys.
Yeah, look at this. Angie Castillo. You think Clowney is going to be a problem in this game? Go ahead, Gate City. Take that.
No, I don't. It's not because I don't think he's talented, Angie. He's injured. He's dealing with a sports hernia. I don't think that with the sports hernia you can be as explosive or as powerful.
And that's his game, explosiveness.
Yeah. I'm more concerned about Jaron Reed on the interior. That's, to me, is their best defensive player right now. He's nasty. The dude can get pressure. Like, we gotta keep that guy from getting into the backfield on us. They also have Poona Ford. Poona Ford is an undersized guy, but he can get through. He can get through the line on you. And then they got what was the other cat's name, bro? Not Al Woods. Al Woods is gone, but there's another dude they got on that team that's pretty good. They got a lot of good interior football players. They got a lot of good interior football players. So, me personally, if Jadeveon was 100% healthy, I'd be horrified to play him. With a sports hernia, nah, man, we played a lot better this season.
Here's another one for you, Gate City. Eagles question. Receiver in the first round and cornerback in the second, or cornerback in the first round and receiver in the second? This year's draft or any other players?
Depends on who's available.
In my last live stream, I said the same thing. Look, depending on how far we go this season is going to say our draft order as well. So if we get onto the board and there is a right there number one wide receiver, then get him. But if there's not that number one, because a couple of receivers were already taken off the board, and there's that number one corner left, so it's receiver is more precedent.
If this guy's available, which is not going to happen, it's not going to happen. If this guy's available at the end of the first round, or there's a possibility of getting him because for some weird reason he falls out of the top 10 and we can move up and it's reasonable, sure, go get him. Go make that signing. But for me, I think that you do have enough needs that you need to fill on this football team to where you can kind of just stay pat and know that somebody who's going to upgrade your roster is going to fall to you. Because we do need some – me personally, I think we need to look at center and left guard still. I still think that you could absolutely use a defensive lineman. You could use a corner. You could use a wide receiver. You could use a linebacker. I don't know. What do you guys think?
I mean, we need everything but a quarterback. We're going to need a backup center. Jason Kelsey is getting up there, and they had to kind of convince him to come back this year. You know what I mean? So we need a center. We need a defensive. We kind of start from the inside and go out, but I think this year we got to start from the outside and go in. I think that you always want to get the best available player, but I do think we start from the outside, meaning we start at corners, we start at receivers, and then we go in. And we also need a linebacker, man.
You got a player that you're targeting?
We need a linebacker because we're going to need a linebacker. Remind you, we play Baltimore next year too, so we're definitely going to need a linebacker.
We got 10 picks.
But,
we got 10 picks, so we could target. We can't target players if we really want them. But is there anyone that you're targeting that you think is within reach of the Eagles to go get?
In reach, it depends on. I mean, where do we end up at? You know what I mean? Like, do we go to the Super Bowl? We at the 31st pick? It depends on where we end at.
Would you trade out of the 31 or 32nd overall pick for an extra second rounder, given the circumstance of the Eagles, if someone wants to trade up for a quarterback or something and target second round players?
To get who? Judy?
Nah, Judy's not going to fall to the first round. He falls out of the first round. People are dumb. No, I'm saying like, would you trade out? Like, say the Eagles win the Super Bowl, or we get to the Super Bowl and we lose. So you got the 31st or 32nd overall. Would you consider trading out of that spot to gain an extra second round pick, maybe like a third or a fourth round pick in addition? So that way you got second through fourth round, you got all these picks compiled basically.
Yep, I would because
I can see that. I can see that. You mean okay? I get what you're saying. At first, I thought you meant to move up, but I get what you're saying. Yeah, because what we learned with Howie is he's hit and miss on these picks, so he need all the picks that he can get. You know what I mean? It's not like he's a great. I'm not. Maybe it was Joe Douglas. I'm not sure who actually picks the players, but now it's all on his plate. It's him.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So we got to see. I got to see how he drafts, and we go from there. But yeah, he needs all the picks he can get. So yeah.
All right, I got an interesting question for you guys. Your opinion: Howie Roseman can't draft. Where are you guys following that?
We don't know. I mean, I just said it.
We don't know how much Joe Douglas was doing it. You know what I mean? When he was here before he left the Jets, so Joe Douglas could have been the problem. We're about to find out very soon.
2016, right?
Huh?
He did pretty damn good in 2016.
Oh yeah, that one was good. That draft was good.
They actually didn't do bad this year though. You got up. You got Dillard.
Mm-hmm.
You drafted Miles Sanders.
Mm-hmm.
You drafted JJ. Who knows what JJ is going to be?
Mm-hmm.
We can't just give up on him. The draft that was bad was what was that? 2016?
17.
2017 draft. That was a bust.
That's where we passed on like 1,000 running backs.
We passed on Alvin Kamara.
Yeah.
Just think about that. And the guy that we drafted, he's not even on it. I don't even know if he's in a league.
Well, look, at the end of the day, we don't know. Like I said, we don't know how much Joe Douglas was involved with drafting. So we're going to find out how he's this. But Randy Jones said a big thing. How he got us Carson Wentz.
100%.
He did.
100%.
He did.
By the way, I pointed this out on one of my videos like back in the day. When like one of my first videos, I think. I said, if you're going to look at the totality of Howie Roseman, what you have to understand is that Carson Wentz pick was bigger than people think. He is still to this day the highest selected non-FBS Power 5 conference player to be drafted at number 2 overall.
And ain't none of his receivers in the league.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. One of them plays for the Packers.
Seriously?
Yep. It was like their fifth string. He had to get some playing time this year. He's trash though. Yo, I want to talk about Jamal Cook real quick. Jamal Cook said when you were talking about needing a center, he said, but Jason Kelce's an all-pro. We all still know Jason Kelce got a lot left in him, but or got some stuff left in him, and he is an all-pro. But he's getting up there in age. Yeah, not a lot. So the thing is, you want to draft a center two years before you need that center to play, so he can learn behind Jason Kelce. He can, all that stuff. You don't want Jason Kelce to retire and you draft a rookie center and just throw him into the fold. So you want to get a guy, because look at Jason Kelce. What was he, a 6th-round pick?
Yeah, 6.
And he's an all-pro. So you grab a center in the 4th round, you let him learn behind Jason Kelce for the foreseeable future, then Jason Kelce goes his way and this dude steps in. You know what I'm saying?
Jamal, if I can give you my perspective on this, I think this depends on how you see Isaac Seumalo. Do you see him as the future at left guard, or do you see him as the replacement for Kelce at center? That's where I think the argument lies. Is that where do you project it? I do think Seumalo has skills to play center. I do think center is the harder position to fill. So
it's the hardest position on the offensive line.
Exactly.
You have to do so much. People, it's a reason why he's an all-pro. People don't understand. Carson gets a lot of credit for switching up plays and all that kind of stuff, but Kelce is calling out these blitzes. Kelce is making sure that he know that Salomalu and not Brooks now, Matt Pryor know who they had to pick up. Exactly. He does so much at the line. When he's there and he's pointing, he's just not pointing for no reason. He's saying, you got him, I got him.
Yep.
And the smarts of Kelsey, man. Somebody did a breakdown on it. This was years ago of how smart this guy is, his football knowledge. You have to have that knowledge, and I'm not sure that Salomalu has that.
I think Suamalu is a better athlete overall, but I don't know his football intelligence. I don't.
Right.
We haven't seen him enough at center, but he has the physical gift to play center. Now, I will say this. I've called Suamalu out a couple of times this season for really half-ass blocks. That concerns me about Suamalu playing center because the dude is a very good pulling guard. And I think that would translate very well as the center position as well. We do like to pull times. I think that is a easy and a very smooth transition. But, man, that half-ass effort stuff can't happen at center. Can't do that.
Yeah, because that's a direct line to the quarterback.
As a matter of fact, I think I called him out for the Seattle game once to where there was one play to where he tried to run a trap and just like barely went into the dude.
Man, you could have called that whole offensive line out.
It was bad, man. It was a bad game.
It was bad, man. Carson took a beating, man. He might have not. I don't know how many times he got sacked, but he took a beating, man.
He did. And Suamalu got lifted. My man got lifted in the air and swum move on one of the damn plays. I mean, it was ridiculous. Like, when I saw it on film, I didn't even see the swim move at first. I just saw him get lifted in the air. And then I went to the coach's film and I slowed it down. I was like, this boy don't got his feet lifted and he got the swim move put on him. Like, come on, bro. Like, you just made this man's highlight reel.
A quick stat real fast. I wrote this down. I've been meant to say it, but I dropped my paper. But anyway, I mean, we all know this Carson Wentz third season, 20-plus touchdowns and 7 or fewer picks. We do know that 20-plus touchdowns, 7 or fewer picks. You know, we do know he was hurt some of them games. But did y'all know the last 4 games he's been pressured the second most? But a lot of the pressure is he's getting rid of the ball and he also being rolled out. But he being pressured second most in the NFL. He has 7 touchdowns and 0 interceptions, man. This dude been playing out of his mind, man. And I really think that continues this week.
Hey, DeAndre, I see your comment, man. I'm going to get to it in a second, man. I see it, buddy.
I was going to say about that being the next center, yeah.
All right, Howard. I see Doug using Perkins in deep pass plays. When we played the Giants, you saw that a little. It was testing how Perkins do in deep passes, just a thought. Howard, I liked him when he was in the football game, but I'm concerned with Ertz back. How much is Perkins pulled back on? That would be my concern there. What do you guys think?
I agree, and that's where I alluded in earlier in this that Zach Ertz is still. I mean, even if is a bruise and it wasn't last year, that's still cool. It's still gonna hurt. So dress him up, play him carefully. Play him carefully. Again, if we jump out with a 10-point lead or something along them lines, there's no reason to be playing him snap after snap after snap. After we saw Josh Perkins can get the job done, do I want Zach Ertz to play? Of course. But I don't want to sacrifice his health going forward. So it comes down to the last second drive. Then Zach Ertz got to play every snap. But until that's necessary, you got to watch his snaps.
All right, hey, DeAndre, Nate Herbig is already there to be the next center. I don't know about that, man. I don't know about that.
I really don't know him too much.
I think Nate Herbig had a very good preseason. Don't get me wrong. I thought that he was one of the better interior guards that was not known to us. With that said, that's a very, very big responsibility to fill. I mean, I think he'll be in consideration, but he's going to have an uphill battle because I think the Eagles are either going to want to move Seumalo. I don't know why I always mess that man's name up. Seumalo, or they're going to want to go draft it. They're going to want to draft a stud. What do you guys think?
Yeah, you have to. I mean, this organization is known for having stud centers. Mm-hmm. That's just how it is. So yes, you have to find a stud. I don't know too much about the guy, but usually when you're a good lineman, no matter what you're being trained for, and somebody gets hurt, you're the one that they bring up. If Herbert was so good, they would have brought him up instead of Matt Pryor. So that's my thoughts on that.
2020 vision. How many starters has Howie drafted in the last 5 years? Sanders, Barnett, Suamalu, Mills, Maddox, Wentz. That's not good enough. What do you guys think?
5 years, that's kind of a little less. I agree. But again, I want to know how much Joe Douglas was involved.
Yeah, I agree. It's really hard. 2020 vision. I get what you're getting at, man. But I think it's really hard to definitively say who held the responsibility for, number one, putting the players in front of these guys to draft in terms of the scouting department. Then number two, who really had that final say? Was it really Roseman, or
oh my God,
or was it, you know what I'm saying? Is that really just an image that we're giving as fans and it's not the truth behind the scenes? My thing is that Howie Roseman has no experience evaluating talent. You don't bring a guy like Joe Douglas in if your ownership has complete faith in you to make that decision.
He's a numbers guy.
Exactly. So
he manipulates the cat.
You know what I mean? Like, I don't know where. It's hard to say, man. It's a really difficult situation.
I mean, Jordan Hicks should be on that list too, right? Because just because they're not starting now, he was a starter. Jordan Hicks should be on that list. There's probably other dudes that he drafted that was starters, but are not on the team.
Yeah, I'd have to look at all the draft picks.
Yeah, that's not fair just to put that list out there. But I do kind of, I kind of get where he's coming from. But it's like you said, man, like we all three of us said it. We don't know who's making these decisions.
Yeah.
So we're about to find out, though. You know,
and this front office does not give a lot of information out at all. And I search for crap to try to find out, man. Just to find out like what Mike Groh does. I couldn't tell you to this day what the hell his responsibility is. Man, I've been searching. The only thing I saw was like a weird article that was written like at the beginning of last season where they talked about he was going to be in charge of the 2-minute offense. But like, I don't know what he does. I don't know how much he contributes to the actual playbook itself. We heard that he was supposed to be the passing game coordinator, but then Doug said he has his hands all over that. It's crazy, bro. Like it's crazy. Like,
I just think he feels that position in name. He just got his name tag on an office, or even if he got an office or whatever. To me, it just seems like Mike Groh does nothing.
Yeah,
that's just my personal opinion.
Yeah, man.
You all right? Tired, man? You all right?
I'm tired.
Hey,
I'll see, man.
That's why I was drinking that coffee, bro.
I can't drink coffee, man.
I gotta stay awake, man. I don't want to miss nothing. So I'll throw this one on y'all. Now, not just emotion. Knowing what you guys know about this Eagles organization. True or false? True or false? Mike Groh will be the offensive coordinator in 2020.
Probably.
You saying what I believe, or are you asking me if that's what I want?
Not what you want, what you believe. Why don't we do both? What you want and then what you believe.
I want him not there, but I believe he'll be there. Again, I'm going off. I don't want him because of all the struggles we had early in the season, and as much as it was like talent on the field, it was also just there was bad play calling, there was bad situations, and we know Doug Peterson is the play caller, so he had his little up and downs with that as well. But just the readiness of the offense, the lack of creativities, because Doug's calling the plays, but he's supposed to put these plays in the rotation. So he's like, all right, we worked on these plays this week, and now Doug's going to call them plays as he feels necessary. So, But the second half of the season, he's been showing a lot more creativity in the plays. Doug's calling the plays better. So let's look at it this way. If we win this game, if we would win the next game, and we would get to the NFC Championship or the Super Bowl, and then we got to give Mike Groh the same thing, the same way we said he was the problem. We got to say that he did something, because at the end of the day, it's not what you did in the beginning of the season. It's the end. That's all be forgotten. If we get to the Super Bowl, why would you want to change a Super Bowl winning recipe up?
I kind of disagree with you, Philly Mike. I think this is the first time we probably disagreed on something. I don't want him gone because I felt as though, what you were saying that, all right, well, you're not doing the plays, you're not putting an impact on the team. I want him gone because I don't know what the hell he does. That's my problem. What we seen what Frank Wright did. We seen what Filippo did, and you seen, even though Carson is playing better, go to some of the footwork that you seen in 2017. The way that Carson moved his feet, the way he bounced around in a pocket, he looked like a totally different quarterback, and that's why I want him gone. Him and Press Taylor. I think they both need to go, but I do think that they stay.
But again, the quarterback coach is going to have more to say with his mechanics than what the offensive coordinator is trying to design the receivers, the line, and everything else. But You're telling me if we would somehow go on a Super Bowl run, and part of this Super Bowl run was because the Eagles' offense looked creative, fresh, up, you wouldn't want to say it would have changed your mind a little bit?
I'm gonna tell you what. No, I'm gonna tell you why. No, for real. I'm gonna tell you why. I don't know what the hell he does. I don't know if you was making how they got the 15 scripted plays, right? I don't know if Mike Groh was making those plays in the beginning of the season and Doug took over, and now this is the reason why our offense looks different. You get what I'm saying, Mike? Like, I don't know what this dude do. So no, I can't give him. I can expurge him. I can't expurge him for the offense being messed up.
Let me ask you guys a question.
I can't give him praises for it being good too.
Let me ask you guys a question.
Go ahead.
If Mike Groh is truly doing a good job, why hide what he does?
That's one of my feelings.
That's what bothers me the most.
I feel as though he wasn't getting the job done. Now all of a sudden, Doug did just have a press conference and said that Mike Groh is doing a better job at what he does. But once again, what does he do?
Exactly.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Correct.
But I'm going to get to Mike. I want to get to your point. Do you think that we run the risk if we get rid of Groh, we might kill the chemistry we just built?
Yeah, and at the end of the day, every team that goes far in the playoffs, they're going to lose their coordinators. Because listen, at the end of the day, all 32 teams, especially the teams that did not make the playoffs, did not go far, they want to know, why didn't we go far? And a lot of head coaches don't get changed, but this year there's a lot of head coaches fires. We already heard rumors that Mike Groh was getting offers to be head coach. I do not know why. But at the end of the day, just
Cleveland.
Just say we go on a run. Maybe he gets offered a offensive coaching position to another team, and you're going to say, why is he going to take the same offensive coach? He might get more reign in that system to where now he's the offensive coach and calls the plays. So pretty much, if nobody's touching your staff, that means you're a sorry team. If nobody's touching your staff, that's why when we won the Super Bowl, we lost Filippo, we lost Frank Wright. You're going to lose guys. And so it's important to try to keep them. But just to touch on this question I just saw, they asked, what should they do with Jim Schwartz?
I was about to ask that.
You guys go first.
All right. I'll go first. I'm going to say this. My opinion is always this. If you can improve, you improve. But if you fire your D-coordinator, you better damn sure have somebody in line who can run the scheme with the personnel you have available, and they better be an upgrade over what you just had. I don't think that's available because I think it's so damn hard to find D coordinators. They're not like OCs where you can go find a young, gifted, young dude to come in and step in. Now, with that said, if Greg Williams is available, I'll take him right now. We ain't got to wait. I'll take Greg Williams right now. That's the only dude, and that's a lateral. That's not even going above. That's moving sideways, in my opinion. But I just like the way Greg Williams builds rapport with the players on his side of the ball. But I don't think he's any better than Jim.
I agree with you. Other than the Greg Williams thing, it's two different systems, and it's kind of hard to just, with the players that have been there all this time, to just change the system. But I don't think Jim Schwartz will ever get considered for a head coaching job because he doesn't like to change things. If
He don't like
something is
he
not
don't like
going,
to shake hands either.
if something is going wrong, if something's going wrong, he doesn't change. He doesn't change what he's doing to make it go right. If you seeing a corner get burnt, keep getting burnt, I'm just gonna keep him on that side. So that's why I think he's not a good in-game adjustment coach. So I think that he would be our defensive coordinator for a long time.
I think Jim Schwartz is better at concept and coverage changes than he is at personnel changes, if that makes sense.
Correct. I think he does switch up plays, but he's not willing to say, you know what, Rasul's getting beat. You up next. You go in there, and that's what he needs to be better on.
He's too slow to react. Yeah.
My thing about Jim Schwartz is I would say I kind of agree with you, Gate City. Greg Williams will be like a lateral. Could it be good? Possibly. The chemistry will be different. But what I do like about Jim Schwartz, because our head coach is the play caller for the offense, he's very big. He lets Jim Schwartz have full say on that defense. And one thing about Jim Schwartz, he was a head coach. He didn't do good as the head coach for the Detroit Lions, but he has that experience. You bring in another guy in who's not like head coach worthy ever was, you're running the risk of just like losing not being able to command the team and whatnot. And like I said, Jim Schwartz, when we need him to play, when we need him to call a good game, he does. He calls a good game.
I pull this up, bro.
I think.
Randy, you solved the mystery, bro. He's in charge of Uber Eats.
I'm gonna tell y'all who could go though. I think an offensive or defensive line, Corey Utland. I think he could go. He's a damn good coach, man. Both of them, offense and defensive line coaches. They're some damn good coaches, man. And I feel as though they can get. I think y'all think McDermott's going to leave? Not McDermott. What's the guy name from the Patriots? Offensive coordinator from the Patriots.
Josh McDaniels.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Josh McDaniels. I think he might leave. Who knows? He was supposed to go 2 years ago, though. That's the reason why we ain't got Frank Wright now. But anyway, yeah, I think one of them two could go, and that probably could be a major loss.
To answer that question real quick that you got on the screen, I think most of the times when we're getting beat, it's not the play calling, it's the personnel.
I agree. 100%, Drew Johnson. I agree. Go back to that game. What was happening? It wasn't the scheme. It wasn't Schwartz's play call. It was a lack of communication by the players on the field.
Yep.
Safeties in particular.
Exactly. Like, let's look at some of the big plays that happened to us. In the Giants game, when Slayton took it all the way to the house, that was a totally blown communication by Darby and Ronnie McLeod. Look at against Minnesota early in the year. Rasul Douglas and Malcolm Jenkins, total bad communication, blown coverage. If you were communicating right, Jim Schwartz does have you guys in the right position. It's just the players.
Do you think it's amendable?
Yeah, but sometimes it's a scheme also. We're not going to we can't just diminish some of the things that Jim Schwartz, some of the things that he does and doesn't do.
You don't like sticks defense, man?
Huh?
You don't like sticks defense?
That bothers me.
I actually haven't been seeing it that much.
Not recently. Yeah, not
like,
the only time he's doing is when it's obvious to do it.
Yeah. But 3rd and 13 or something, like, what the hell are you doing with sticks defense on 3rd and 13? Now if it's 3rd and 26 or something like that, all right, now you can play your sticks defense. But 3rd and 13, come on, man. And also, I don't know if he has them 5 yards back or Vikings just scored. I don't know if he has them 5 yards back and playing press coverage, because if you know you're getting beat on short routes and you know that you want your defensive lineman to get up and get to the quarterback, this is how we're built. You have to have your corners playing press coverage, because they don't they're just going to slant route, and now that pass rush is for nothing.
I might surprise y'all on this one, but where do you stand on this question by Randy Jones? We need a lockdown. Well, it's actually a statement. We need a lockdown corner.
Yeah.
It's a passing league. Why not?
I don't think you do. I don't think you need a lockdown corner. I just think you need a legitimate corner that's where he's supposed to be when he's supposed to be. But I don't think you need a Jalen Ramsey. I don't.
No, you don't. You don't need a Jalen Ramsey, but you need somebody. We need bigger. We need a big, like a guy played for Minnesota, Rhodes or something like that. You need. Our corners are small, man. We average height is like 5'10" at cornerback. Receivers are too big, so I think we need like a 6'3", 6'2" type of corner. You know.
So let me ask you guys a question. Who is the last player you can think of that was a lockdown corner for the Eagles?
Lockdown?
A guy who came to us as a lockdown and wasn't, Nandi Asamoah.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, he didn't turn out.
Who
do you guys think?
In the wrong scheme, though.
All right, let's just say this: not lockdown, but the way Asante Samuels played was great. The way Lito Shepherd played was great. Sheldon Brown did some stuff for us. Troy Vincent, you know what I mean? Again,
that's where I was going. I would say the last time we had a lockdown corner was probably Troy Vincent.
Vincent.
But again, when I say lockdown, again, it's not like a Jalen Ram, whatever it is. My whole thing is having one will never hurt because again, it's going to keep going further and further to a passing league, and if you can't stop the pass, you're going to get gashed.
Mm-hmm. To Randy Jones's point, I think we need another Asante Samuel, a corner who's going to be where they're supposed to be, is athletic enough to actually make a play on the ball, but
can tackle,
but isn't so damn good that we lose him because we can't pay him. Because I don't trust this organization to pay a corner. I don't.
Well, I mean, if we draft him, we're going to have him for 4 years, so you can get as much as you can out of him.
Am I crazy, guys? Do you honestly think that this organization will go out and pay a corner top money?
We only play D-line. You heard what they said. Listen, when we were that whole Jalen Ramsey trade thing, right? How we came out and made a statement saying we weren't willing to go that far with that stuff because the only position that they will give up that amount of stuff for is the D-line. We're big. We've been like this the whole time. We build our D-line before we build anything else.
Hey, Drew Johnson, those are all very good corners. Sheldon Brown was a good corner. Lito Shepherd was a good corner. Asante Samuel was a good corner. None of them I would put as lockdown. The only one I would say was lockdown, legitimately took away a half of the field, was Troy Vincent. Yeah.
We just need. Oh, go ahead, Mike.
No, but I love how they play. Their style of cornerbacks. That's we only need a guy at that level. I mean, would I want a Troy Vincent, like a real legit lockdown, or like a Darrell Revis, Deion Sanders, but just getting someone like Lito Shepherd, Sheldon Brown, two solid corners, you know, you can really go to work with that. And safety play. Safety play is important too. Safety play is very important.
I just
let's go D. You going way back, bro.
Eric Allen.
Yeah, you're going way, way back. Yeah, Eric Allen single-handedly won a playoff game against the Saints one year. I don't know if you remember that in the mid-'90s. Like 94, I want to say. 93, something like that. That was a long time ago.
Saints just missed a field goal.
Mm-hmm.
I just want my number one corner not to be targeted. You know what I mean? Like Ronald Darby goes out there and they target him. And he's supposed to be our number one corner.
Ronald Darby is the most frustrating player I've ever watched on film. Gets perfect body positioning, can't play the ball in the air.
He panics. It's like, dude, why are you panicking like that?
Yeah, can't understand it, man. Like, you're there as a coach, you're like, yo, body positioning, perfect. Man, locate the ball. Like, locate the ball. Make a play
all
on
you got to do, man. Rasul is it's like he's backwards in what you was just saying. He doesn't even turn around and locate the ball. It's been several times Rasul could have had picks if he'd have turned his, but just turn your head.
Our corners need to catch the ball. Our corners need to catch the ball.
True.
Hey, Philly, let's go D. Yeah, I think that's pretty close. I don't know. I think they might have played. I can't remember if Vincent was 95 or 96, but yeah, you're in the general area. Allen left and went to Oakland. And I was a kid, bro, back when that happened. Like, for real. Like middle school. Like, we're going way back. What do y'all think about defensive end, man? Do you think we got enough on the roster
What?
right now? Or do you think we would draft him?
Say it again.
Defensive end. You think we got enough on the roster? Or do you think we're drafting?
I mean, we're always going to draft a defensive end. Matter of fact, go ahead, Philly Mike. I got to plug my phone now. Go ahead.
I mean, we can always use pass rushers. Like I said, it's a passing league. Two things you want to do. You want to stop the receiver and you want to stop the quarterback from throwing the ball. They're two vital positions, and always can use them.
Yo, Randy Jones. Hang on. I'm going to pull this one up, bro.
I seen it. Right?
Randy Stone said, Ronald Darby is colorblind. He can't see brown footballs.
This guy.
This is ridiculous, man.
Bruh, I don't know what's going on, Randy Jones, with Ronald Darby. I've never seen a player other than Asamoah who was so disappointed after they got to the Eagles, man.
Bro,
I mean, the dude was legitimate in Buffalo. Came to the Eagles and, man, can't locate the football. He just can't locate the football.
But I think it's worse. I think it's worse for Ronald Darby because with Asamoah, remember, he was a one-on-one. He was a one-on-one corner.
Lockdown.
And they tried to make him play zone, and he was horrible at that. And they still tried to make him play zone.
Yeah, but I still remember Jacoby Jones, a freaking special team dude, came in from Baltimore and just ran a straight go and burnt the shit out of Nandi. And I'm like, this was this lockdown in Oakland. That play will never get out of my head. When I think of Nandi Gamsawa, I see him get beat by Jacoby Jones, and it's bad. And
blatant
he was
mismanagement of talent.
How long
blatant mismanagement of talent?
Play for like 2 years? What happened? Did they trade? I don't even remember what happened to him.
Bro.
He just fell off the face of the earth. Like
we ruined him.
Huh?
We ruined him.
I heard Reuben Frank was talking. He said that he thought Asamoah was one of the most intelligent football players he's ever met in his life.
I did,
but
yeah.
Was a complete mismatch for the scheme. Just did not fit our scheme.
Yeah. He didn't. He didn't. Even if and that's what used to piss me off because even if you want to, you can scheme it to where though you playing zone on one side and he just played one-on-one. Y'all forgot about Nelson already. Talk about frustrated.
Hey, Jamal. Hey, bro, I done got hypnotized. I don't know who you talking about, bro. Who that? I don't remember no Nelson. You mean unlike Aguilar?
I mean, it's frustrating. This is the one thing that I can say. He was the best receiver. He was the best receiver on that Super Bowl field. Hands down. He's one of the reasons we got a Super Bowl. That's why it is frustrating, but he did help us win a Super Bowl, man. No, Zach wasn't no, I can't.
I was mad.
I'm talking about extra receiver because Corey Clement had the best receiving yards and all that. But
do you know what makes me mad about Nelson Aguilar? He's the kind of guy I can see going to another team, being put in the right situation, and he thrives. That's what pisses me off about him.
Yeah, listen, him in the slot. If you use him in the slot, crossing routes, all the stuff that we were using Greg Ward with. Do not let this man go down the field because we all seen this. When the ball gets in his hand and he actually catches it, when he finally does catch it, the dude gets yak. He gets a lot of yards after the catch. He's real quick with his feet. And so he goes to the New England Patriots. He goes to some of these teams that they use him only how he's supposed to be. He's not going to be great, but he'll be a B plus receiver.
He'll be a gadget guy. That's what he is. And because we didn't have the receivers to replace him, we couldn't use him as a gadget guy. But all in all, Nelson Aguilar is a gadget guy.
Hey, you in 609, I'll give you my perspective on this. Truthfully, I don't know any of us really know the answer to this, but my perspective is that the way they approached the roster is to have specialization from the players. Guys who can play man, guys who can play zone, guys who are good inside. They didn't go get these jack-of-all-trade guys. They didn't have a definitive system per se. The problem is now we're getting to where we got guys like you'll get guys like Sidney Jones, who's much better in man, and then you get dudes like Darby, who's way better in zone. And teams are smart enough to know who's on the field and adjust the route tree to those players. That's the issue I think is happening right now. is that we got a little too cute with the analytics of things, to be real. That's what I think happened.
I
I
agree.
don't know how you guys feel about that, but
No, I agree. That's how I would have came at that too.
I agree also.
like I'll tell you a guy that I think the reason I say that he would make a good safety, I'm not saying the Eagles will ever move this guy to safety, but I think he would make a really good safety is number one, he lacks speed, but he's got size. But Rasul is very good at reading. When he reads a route in front of him, he jumps it. He's very good at that.
He's good at jumping that. Yes.
But you put him on the outside and you line him up one-on-one, and man, I get scared every time I see it. I'm like, damn, is this going to be the play we get burned on?
Man, I get scared, and I'm pretty sure the receiver on that he's facing is just licking his chops, like, please give me a fly route. This dude barbecue chicken, man.
Hang on, I saw something here. My bad. Hey, Drew. Drew said Nelson Aguilar, he can't be the man. He can't be a deep threat. Yeah, exactly. He can't run seams. He can't run fades. He can't run any of the vertical routes. That's the problem. He can't track the football. You hit him in stride, he's a different dude.
But when you hit him in stride, yeah, that's when he has to be stride. The ball has to come from here. He has to see the ball. It can't come behind him. He has to.
He can't make a play over his shoulder.
I watched that Patriots throw. At first, I'm like that. And when I first seen it in real time, I'm like, Dad, Carson, that wasn't that good of a throw. I watched it over and over again. That ball was perfect. That ball that he threw that could have tied the game up to Nelson Aguilar, that I don't know if he lost it. He just don't know how to track the ball. But that actually was a perfect pass with a defender in his face.
Yeah, I just want to say, when Carson Wentz lets that ball go when he's at like the 10-yard line. So if you look at the end of that catch, it looks like it was a really hard catch. He made it that way because when the ball was in the air, if the ball's in the air and you're at the 10-yard line, you are going to go to the ball however you want to do. There's no reason for you to do this. Man, you just track the ball. You see it. The 10 yards you're running with it, do what you got to do. He's playing eeny, meeny, miny, mo.
It was the positioning of his body that made the catch hard.
Exactly.
Yes.
Exactly.
Yeah, I agree 100%. Cara, Nelson has too thin of skin for Philly. I agree. I think for for Nelson's mental health and for the betterment of the city of Philadelphia, you got to let that, like as Philly Mike was just showing, you got to let him walk. He's got to walk.
Hey,
I think it's one of those things that can't be resolved.
You always come through. She always comes through, man. I see a comment and both of y'all videos always come. Shout out to her, man. But yeah, he's not good enough, and he has thin skin. He got to go.
Yo, Randy Jones be killing it. He said Nelson has a lazy eye and club feet. That's his problem.
His left foot it ain't catching the ground, bro.
He got something, man, because to be a number one pick and that happens, man.
Jamal, I agree, bro. I agree, man. I think he's probably going to be good somewhere else, and the fan base is going to get pissed. I agree. I think it's probably going to happen. Unfortunately, we got to let it happen, though, man. It's not a good fit. He's just not a good fit here.
Philly, let's go. D said Castillo being a defensive coordinator might be the worst mistake Andy Reid ever did.
Yeah.
That was bad.
I mean, DeAndre, who could have ever predicted that making your offensive line coach D coordinator wouldn't work out, bro? I mean.
Yeah, what was that? I forgot about that, man. I forgot that he was the offense. What was you thinking? Like,
Andy Reid knew he was getting up out of there soon. That's why. He knew it was time.
But you can't. Yeah. Come on, man. The organization should have stepped in and be like, what is that? Like, yeah,
someone asked me, they were like, yo, with your subscription to Game Pass, can you go back and look at from like previous season? Like, yeah, I think you can change this season. And they were like, yo, can you look at what Juan Castillo was doing? Like, yo, I'm not even trying to dive into that. Like, there ain't no telling what that fool was doing.
He
got him out there trying to do run blocks. Out there in the secondary, bro. There's no telling what they were doing back then. Like, I don't even want to upset myself, man. I'm gonna need a lot of alcohol to go through that one. Nah.
How many? Question for y'all too. How many sacks y'all think we get? You know, we had 6 last game. How many sacks do we get this game?
I'm gonna say 4. Yeah, you beat me to it. You beat me to it.
No, we did it at the exact same time.
Mm-hmm.
That sound about right. That sound about right.
We're starting to think alike, spending too much time.
Hey, Randy, I'm gonna say Andy got Andy fired, and I love Andy Reid. I was a huge supporter of Andy Reid. He got himself fired with the decisions he made down the stretch. But I will say this: I never felt like the guys quit on Andy Reid. I never felt like they quit on him. I just felt like at the end of his tenure here, he made really, really bad decisions with the coaching staff, like just horrible decisions. Like he thought he was playing Madden or something, bro. It was ridiculous. Like
we gotta understand, man. You know, we give Andy Reid a lot of credit, you know, 5 NFC championships. But Jim Johnson, man, losing him was so hard. It was so heartbreaking to the organization. The defenses that he did, the players that he asked this organization to go get, he made everything fit, man. Our defense was all world for them 5 years, man. They really was, man.
Hey, Drew, I didn't actually know that. I thought he came from the Colts. I thought he was a defensive. I thought he did something in defense. So, to be real with you, I never really looked into that, man. I mean, how long ago was Jim Johnson's how long ago was that? Like his experience as a quarterback coach.
Jim Johnson was that dude, though.
Yeah.
But yo, what's it called? So when you asked about the sacks, so Kara said 5 sacks, 2 of them fumbles. What's that? Oh yeah,
boy, Randy said 8. Bro.
Randy said 8 sacks.
Randy trying to kill Russell Wilson, bro.
How many did we have against Daniel Jones? Was it 6 or 7?
I thought it was. Might have been 7 actually. Damn, hang on.
Yeah, I think it might have been 7.
Yeah. I almost said 6. I was about to jump on and say 6, but I think it was 7.
It was 6 because they didn't give Michael Jenkins, and that I don't understand how that's not a sack. They didn't give him that strip sack.
Really?
They didn't give Michael. No, they said he fumbled. They said he fumbled, and they picked up the fumble. So they didn't give him that strip sack. So I think it was 6.
That's crazy. That was a clear recovery in a strip sack.
Exactly.
Yo, I called that in my live. In the live before the game, Deshaunte Dupree asked me a question, and I was going off the question. I said, listen, I called Danny fumbles, and I said, listen, we're going to strip the ball from him and return it for 6. So it was nice. We need something like that today.
I think we're going to definitely get pressure on Wilson, but I do think Wilson's not like Daniel Jones. He's not going to just sit there and keep holding the ball.
No, he's not. He's not. But he do. I mean, he doesn't sit there and hold the ball, but he does hold the ball.
Yeah, he does.
He's moving with it. He's moving with it. This is why
containment.
This is when a diamond. Yeah, this is when a diamond comes into play, man.
Got to contain him.
When a diamond comes into play, you got to contain that dude, man. Make him throw it away. Make him put pressure.
Bro, Minnesota might win this game, dude.
Yeah.
This is crazy.
Yo, the same. Dang.
I said it earlier, man. It's just something. I mean, it's a lot of time left, but that missed field goal at the end of the half, that was bad.
Yeah,
that was bad.
We might be going to Lambeau Field.
The Saints are one team that I wouldn't want to play, though. Just the way we would have to go there and in the matchup with Michael Thomas, he'll just eat.
I mean, he ate last year. If you the first quarter, we kind of I ain't gonna say shut him down, but the first quarter he didn't do that much last year. But oh man, he cooked us. He cooked us, and he cooked us the first game. Y'all know what happened the first. Oh my goodness.
So, let me ask you guys a question.
Mm-hmm.
With Minnesota possibly knocking out New Orleans, is it safe to say, just maybe, the top 3 seeds might be a little overrated?
Hell yeah.
Yeah. Even if they don't, because they kind of beat up on each other this year. Like the top teams kind of beat up on each other this year. The 49ers, I really think that they had a great beginning of the season, and that's the reason that they are the number 1 seed. Coming down the stretch, they wasn't that good. They was okay. You know, their defense was all world, but then you give up they gave up 48 points to the Saints.
Yeah.
So no matter what's going on, a team can be had. You know what I mean? It's not like basketball. It's
San Fran's defense faded down the season, man.
Big time.
Deshante Dupree said spy, spy, spy. 100%. But who's the spy? Malcolm Jenkins. What do you think, Philly Mike?
Malcolm Jenkins did most of the spying for us last time. So I like
if we spy with Malcolm Jenkins, who plays the running? Well, never mind. That's a stupid question. Who the hell the running back is?
Yeah, but
never mind. That don't even matter no more.
That's the thing, though. They've been using Malcolm Jenkins in the box, and Malcolm Jenkins makes the call where, if he now he don't spy every play, but he's pretty good at reading when he should and should not, when he needs to drop back and help out, or when he needs to stay in there and help.
So I was reading Carr's comment. I think we're going to turn beast mode into beginner mode.
Yeah, that's funny.
That was cute. I like that. I really didn't watch the Seattle 49ers game, so I don't know how beast mode looked, but he just coming off the couch, man. I just can't believe if you shut down Zeke and then you almost shut down Saquon without that one run, that you're going to let beast mode run all over you. We face a lot of good running backs this year, man.
Yeah, we have
Cook. We face Cook. We face Aaron Jones. We face Zeke twice.
Saquon.
On, man. We Saquon, and we third in the league. We still third in the league and stopping the run. So I'm not really worried about beast mode, man. Seriously.
There's a couple of comments, guys, I want to hit real quick. Eagles clips. The thing with us is, if we don't get tired in the fourth quarter, we get better.
That's Carson Wentz time. Wentz do big things in the fourth quarter.
He does. All right, I'm going to hit High's comment here. All right. Jim Johnson had great corner play, bring a lot of pressure. Yeah, he did. He had really good corners during his tenure in the Eagles.
And plus, when you bring pressure, that makes the corners better because the ball got to come out fast. The corners are in better position to make their play on the ball. Like a guy like Asante Samuels, who jumped a lot of these routes, he would jump them easily because, bang.
The only thing I'll say about Jim Johnson, though, guys, is that certain quarterbacks did cook his defense. I remember that Peyton Manning game in the mid 2000s where he ate us up. It was the year that Garcia stepped in.
I mean, he did that to everybody, though. Peyton Manning was a technician.
Yeah.
He's the best regular season quarterback. Regular season.
Yeah,
the
true.
Best regular season.
That's true.
Because he had nothing on Tom Brady in the playoffs.
No, not at all.
He also didn't have that defense that Tom Brady had neither, though.
Yeah, you're right.
And that coach.
Walking to him. Love that name.
Yeah, that was creative. Shannon Sharp. Bro, I'm telling you, man, that one thing where they did the truth of dad, bro, that was funny as hell.
It was. He's a baby when it comes to hot stuff.
I'm glad you said that. I still ain't see that. I forgot to look that up.
It's funny, bro.
If you get a chance, Gay City, send it to me on the gram.
All right, I got you. Hold on. I might be able to let me see if I can probably pull up the link, man. At least if I can't find it.
Randy Jones said beast mode was a slow move. Randy, you talking about in the game against the 49ers? Because I really didn't look to see what he did or none of that. Like, I don't know.
Hi said Sidney Jones is coming on. He's playing with confidence, and I like that. That's key, yo. I think Sidney Jones down the stretch, he might be a go-to corner for us. So he's playing with some confidence, and the dude got raw talent. Just got to keep, his head right.
Hey guys, I'm gonna put it in the comment section. This is that Skip and Shannon thing. It was like it's on a hot one. It's like Hot One basically, almost. But it's called Truth or Dab, I think. So I posted it in the comments, guys.
Yo, Shannon had me dying that whole thing. He's like, whoo.
Bro, he just walked off, man.
He had to leave for a little bit.
Yeah, he just straight up walked off.
Yo, Skip Bayless is a weirdo to me, man. I'm sorry. I don't like him, man. Like
Skip.
because he's so I don't know if he does it just for hot takes or whatever the case may be, but he's so weird to me, man. Like speak what you speak the truth. Don't speak what you feel as though is going to get more ratings or feel as though that, all right, I said this earlier, so I can't go back and say I was wrong.
Yeah.
Like, you're wrong. He's wrong about Dak Prescott. Dak Prescott is not a good quarterback.
Yo, Shannon will
bring it up. Go ahead.
Shannon tried to drill that through his head all day. But no, there's one thing I watch his show for Shannon because Shannon's not that dude. I love Shannon, and I love how he picks the Eagles just to get on Skip.
Yeah,
I will say this about Skip. I don't like the guy, but I like not liking him. Like there's guys like Will Kane. I don't like him and he's just stupid.
Okay, I get what you're saying.
I like not liking him. You know what I mean? That's my go-to show.
Will Kane is, bro, he's trash.
He is. I don't even know how he got a show. But here's the thing. Here's the thing with Skip, right? Skip will say something that Carson did, and then when Dak does it, then it's cool. Like, come on, man. Like, that's what I don't respect. And then Shannon calls him on it, and he'll say something. He'll bypass that and go to something else. Oh yeah, well he was third in the league in our QBR. Like, come on, I don't like give a damn about no QBR, man.
Man, there's a bunch of them now that they trying to play that. They're playing personalities now. They're personalities. Right. Like, there's a bunch of them, bro, that are like that now. One cat that used to be on was it the one where they had the round circle with the sports reporters? You know what I'm talking about? And he used to bring up the debates, the topics of the day, and they'd have the sports reporters from the different cities.
Around the horn?
Around the horn. The dude used to host that. Him.
The guy with like the buzz haircut?
Yeah.
I don't know his name.
He I don't know if you watched him recently, but he's trash too now.
Where's he at? I don't even know where he at.
I saw him I don't know what show he's on. I just see him on YouTube every now and then, the clips of him.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I forgot all about that dude, man. I never really thought he was. I never thought he was good. I never really thought he was good, man. Max Kell. Oh my gosh, look at that hit. Max Kellerman.
Drew Johnson, you got it, man. Around the horn, you got it. Yeah, he's trash. There's a couple of them now, man. Like I used to kind of respect them because I thought that they were like really that. But I think what it wasn't them. It's the people that worked for ESPN that were behind the scenes handing them everything.
It's crazy. I'll go to y'all pages before I go holler at go see what they talking about. Like
Drew Johnson, Max Kellerman, bro. That dude is trash now, man.
I
don't respect him at all.
When he first came on the show, he was good. He was good. And it's not just because he gets on Carson. It's a lot of his takes. Ever since he kept having a take on the bridge thing with falling off a bridge with Tom Brady, and he kept moving the goalposts. He just got horrible since then, man.
And that's why what I did in my last video, actually in my Seahawks and Eagles preview on my channel, that's why I got all them little clips. I got the clips of Max Kellerman talking shit.
Yeah, I like that.
Nick Wright talking shit. Got some clips of Michael Vick a little bit, and everybody who was talking, and then just bang, 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 bang.
Yeah. Randy Jones said Chris Broussard is trash. Man, that dude don't even make damn sense, bro.
He
can't even make any damn sense.
He's okay at basketball, but come on, man. Football, come on, man. Everybody can't.
Yo, first thing first is all ruined because of Chris Carter left.
Yeah.
And that's a shame how they did him, man.
What happened? What the hell happened to him?
They fired him and he wanted more money. That's what I heard. Yeah.
I didn't know why. I just knew he got fired. I was going to ask you why he got fired. I just know he got fired.
If you YouTube it, why Chris Carter got fired, he wanted more money, and then he disagreed on some things, and I guess he bounced.
Yeah, show not the same no more.
No.
You know who else is bad? Jalen Rose, man. He has no personality to me. Like he just so dull. Like everything he do, I'm just like, Oh yeah, really? Like, come on, man. He's bad, man. He's
I don't
bad.
think some people adjust to life very well when they're done being like the stars and the athlete. Like, I just think that transition is too tough for him, bro.
Yeah, and that's why I like how Shannon Sharp. Shannon Sharp is like how he went from playing as a Hall of Fame level and how he talks. That boy entertains me all day. He's a funny dude.
But he was an entertainer as a player.
Yeah,
he was.
He was a funny dude as a player. Dion, them kind of dudes. But then you got players that it just don't fit them. Even Peyton Manning, he's a funny dude, man.
Yeah.
He's really a funny dude. And it's crazy. I want to ask y'all, now that we're on this comment, do y'all think that Tony Romo could be a good defensive coordinator? This dude picks up when he picks up everything, man. I ain't gonna lie. Like, if you listen to his commentary, he's good, man. Like, it seemed like he can be some type of, I don't know, offense or defense coordinator, man. The dude's good, man.
I didn't Tony Romo want like a front office position?
I don't know. I thought he just went straight to the booth.
No. He did, but I heard he was asking Jerry Jones to be in the front office in Dallas.
That probably could have worked, man, because as a player he was okay, but
QB coach, I think he'd be pretty damn good.
He literally calls out plays. This dude's going to run this route. He's going to run this route. And sometimes he ruins it for me, but then I sit back and look. I said, that's amazing, man. The way that he be dissecting them on a fly, though. It ain't like he's looking at tape.
Randy Jones funny, bro.
Fly, man. What Randy said?
He was
Y'all see what Randy Jones wrote?
Yeah.
Bring back Jason Witten at ESPN.
That's the only reason why he went back to the Cowboys. He was so bad. He was bad, man.
Some of them are, man. Some of them don't make that transition well at all. Let me ask y'all a question in the comment section, guys. Who do y'all listen to? Who do y'all listen to, like sports personalities, analysts? Who is it that you guys listen to? Because there's only like a handful of people I respect, and it's not a big list at all.
It's not.
I'll be real with you. There's a dude that's got a channel here. It's called the QB School. Man, I'll take him over 99.9% of these damn personalities.
Yeah, that's the dude that he broke down the Carson Wentz drops and all that stuff, right?
Exactly. Well, no, you're thinking about Dan Orlovsky. Yeah.
Orlovsky defend this guy.
No, I like. Yeah. He riding. He on the Wentz wagon for real. Because he understands, he played that position, and he understands all the things that he has to go through, man.
Hey, Drew Johnson said, when you ask who do you listen to, YouTube content creators.
No, that's real, because I feel as though we're more genuine, and we're not out here doing it for the money, man. We put our time and we put our blood, sweat, and tears so the fans can hear what we got to say. We're not just going on TV, smiling, putting on suits, and acting like everything that we say is right and can't take no criticism. Max Kellerman can't take no criticism, and he thinks everything that he says is right, man.
Philly, let's go D. 100%, bro. Ray Didinger's one of mine, too.
He's good.
Dan Orlovsky, Ray Didinger, Brian Baldinger.
That's a good one.
Yeah.
Ray Diddy.
Greg Cosell.
Greg Cosell's good. I will listen to him on the Eagle Eye and stuff like that. With that Fran Duffy dude.
I don't know about Fran Duffy.
Yeah, I'm about to say.
No, not him.
I thought you were talking about Fran Duffy.
I know what you're talking about. Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
When Cosell comes on that show with him, Fran Duffy's just.
I like when Ike Reese comes on too. I like Ike Reese.
DeShante, I appreciate that, bro. DeAndre said YouTube. So Randy said he listens to Anthony Gargano from 97.5, The Fanatic.
He's good.
I don't know if I know him. I might. I just might not know him by name.
He come on at 2:00. He's
at
good.
2:00.
He's more like a not 2:00. He come on at 10:00 from 10 to 2. Sorry. Mike Missinelli comes on at 2. He's kind of like an entertainer, but he breaks down some stuff, but he gets the callers into it. Like when you call, he makes sure that when you get finished with that phone call, you think that you know that the Eagles is going to win. Like he hypes you up. He plays all the songs and all this kind of stuff. He's good. He's good.
So DeAndre, Chris Sims, I listen to him a lot as well.
Cassell's very good. Yeah.
Yo, Ike Reese is good, Randy. Ike Reese is good. Definitely, Ike does a really good job breaking down the defensive side of the ball. Does a really good job.
Yeah,
I like following him on Twitter too.
He's good at the radio thing. He got this thing, the LBB community. It's called Let the Bronco Buck, calling Carson Wentz like a Bronco. And he was saying that he was keeping them in a stable that Doug Peterson was keeping them in a stable, not letting him run around. And he he done made a whole community out of it. Like, so he's entertaining. I like Ike Reese a lot, man.
Yeah, it's crazy, man, because a lot of times when I talk to people, it becomes real obvious real quick. They don't actually pay attention to analysts. They're actually watching commentary, which I don't think they understand is a big difference.
Right.
You listen to sports personalities, not the same thing as an analyst. Like, they're going to see the game in completely different ways. Like, that's the one that they always make me laugh when they comment, like, bro, what are you talking about? Like, you're listening to trash. Like,
yeah.
Drew, that's a good point, bro. Most people are more concerned about being right, and that's what bothers me. Yeah, you're right. You're right. A lot of people won't come off their points, even when it's obvious they're wrong. Skip.
No, that's true. Skip and Max. That's why I give Stephen A. a lot of credit when he's wrong. He does his little bite with his finger and all that kind of stuff, and he says, "I'm wrong. I was wrong," and I respect that. Shannon does the same thing, man. It just seemed like dumb dudes is real. You know, it seemed like Shannon does like the Eagles to get on Skip's nerves, but I really think he thinks Carson Wentz is a better quarterback than Dak Prescott. I really think he thinks that, you know. So just being genuine, man. If you genuine, I'm cool with you. You know, man.
DeAndre, bro, I agree. I can't tell you how many times I've clicked on something because the way they titled it, it ain't got crap to do with the actual content.
Yeah, what's up with that?
ESPN is the worst for that shit. Got nothing to do with the content.
With that? They'll say something like Dan Orlovsky doesn't think Carson Wentz is good, and then you click it, and Dan Orlovsky, all he doing is talking about him being good.
Yes, exactly.
I don't understand that.
2020 Vision. I'm not familiar. Who is that? Y'all know who this is?
Chill Capati?
Yeah.
Good.
What are they 97.3?
No, where's Chill Capati from? I can't remember right now. It's gonna come to me.
See, that's why I like asking these type of questions, guys, because some people will have people that you don't know. Like, I'll tell you one that I told you guys. If y'all have not checked out the YouTube channel, The Quarterback School, if y'all like the way that I break down quarterback play and you want to see somebody who's got way more experience than I do and is really good, like Dan Orlovsky level of analyst, go to the QB School, guys. You'll like the content, trust me. But yeah, I didn't know. Yeah, I never heard of that person, 2020 Vision. Yeah, but you got to remember, man, I left Philly in that area back in like 96, 97. So all the people that used to be on the radio are long gone from when I was there.
It's two apps that y'all actually, being as though y'all not in the city. Philly Fanatic, they got an app. And you can go on, it's a radio.com app. And you can put in WIP. And you can listen to them stations, man. The best ones I would tell you to listen to is at 2 o'clock. Ike Reese got a show. At 2 o'clock, that's on WIP. And Mike Missinelli, he's okay. But the other guy, man, I can't remember his name. Somebody just said it. He come on at 10 o'clock, man. He's good too. On
2020 said The Athletic. He said The Athletic is where, yeah.
Okay.
Oh, so did DeAndre. DeAndre, how'd you find out about it? You out in Wilmington, North Carolina, bro. I gotta get called up, bro. Undisputed was my favorite show until it became a cowboy show. to me, it just makes it more enjoyable.
When the
Especially
Cowboys
when
are
they lose.
losing, it's a very enjoyable show. When they're winning, it's not too enjoyable.
Yeah, I don't watch it, to be real, when they're winning.
Yeah. I'm glad that who said that? Who just said that?
What,
Ewing,
Undisputed? Ewing 609.
Hey, and I'm glad that you said that because it's crazy, right? You'll have playoff games coming up. You'll have all type of stuff going on. You'll have the commissioner, the old commissioner just died, and y'all lead story is Jason Garrett going to get fired? Come on, man. That's bad to me, man.
actually, yo, it's go ahead.
What?
No, go ahead.
I mean, your lead story needs to be, especially when a commissioner dies, like, well, ex-commissioner, when he dies, man, you got to lead with that, man. That's just my personal opinion.
Yeah, Randy, I'm going to have to do that. The thing is, Randy, is that, like, I've been gone, like I said, man, I've been gone from, like, I moved out of the Philadelphia area, dude, like in 96, 97-ish, man. So, like, everything I used to listen to, that's long gone. Like, you know what I mean? Like, there's a complete changeover. Like, I left before the PhiladelphiaEagles.com was a thing, really.
Did you ever like what's his name? Sideline. His son actually owns WIP now. What's his name, man? He's he the sideline reporter for the Eagles. Herm Edwards.
Oh yeah. Herm, he's all right.
Okay. No,
Herm,
I'm sorry. Howard Eskin. You remember Howard Eskin?
I don't like Eskin.
I don't either.
I don't like Eskin.
And he's the Sixer hater, man.
Yeah.
They gave Eskin a ring.
I don't trust Eskin ever since the Allen Iverson shit.
And he did the same thing with Alshon Jeffrey.
Yeah.
He the one that said Alshon was the one that was talking about Carson. I mean, that may be true, but then he retracted the statement.
Mm-hmm.
And I wasn't feeling that.
Deshante, I do, bro. I watch all the press conferences. I'm pretty sure these guys do too. I mean,
Yeah,
I watch them all.
Oh yeah.
I watch them. If I don't watch them, I listen to them while I'm at work because the radio plays them. So yeah, I watch them.
Yeah, Randy, I don't trust Howard Eskins personally, man. I don't trust him.
Somebody said John Ritchie. John Ritchie's good. He been down on us lately. You remember John Ritchie? He was a fullback.
Yeah.
He has a show at 10:00 with some guy named DeCameron. Yeah, he's good. He breaks down tape, but he be hating, man. He I don't know why. He just don't got faith in his team right now, man.
Jody McDonald's still there, and he's good.
I don't know who that is.
I don't know who it is either.
Yeah,
I mean, that's the thing, guys. There's so many people who do this. Like, you know what I mean? Like the people I listen to from 97.3, the guys who constantly post material on YouTube. That's how I get to them.
Yeah, it's the easiest way I get to it too.
Yeah. Damn, bro, I didn't even know we almost on 3 hours, guys. It's supposed to be 30 hours.
Man, what time is it?
Bro, it's 3:15. Hey guys, I'm gonna take a few more comments in, but then I gotta start getting cooking.
Yeah, we gotta start getting ready, man. Y'all know what it is, man.
I ain't even got my jersey on.
That's why I have this.
Carson Wentz jersey like Philly Mike did, bro.
I woke up like this.
Everybody get a final score too, man. I want to hear these scores, man. We got 35 people in here, man. I want to hear these scores, man. What everybody think is going to be.
All right, guys, give us your predictions, scores. Give us your prediction on the scores.
Did he get in? Somebody said, "Oh yeah, Philly 500." Philly 500 is good, man. He's good. I like that. It's diversity between all of us because some break down films, some some are funny, some just get a opinion, and I like YouTube because of that, man. I like a lot of the Eagles and Philadelphia content creators, man.
2020, I listened to a lot of Kaplan and Mosher as well.
Ooh, 31-16. DeAndre Richardson.
All right, Randy Jones said 27-17 Eagles. Drew Johnson got 24-10 Eagles. DeAndre's got Sorry, man. 31-16. Deshaunte got 31-17. Hairless male. He put it close, bro. Eagles 19, Seahawks 17. Jake Elliott, game winner.
Hey, listen. Elliott scares me, man. I'm gonna be on it. If that happens, I'm gonna be on the edge of my seat.
Me too.
It's gonna be one of them kicks where you close your eyes and just wait for the crowd reaction.
Yeah, I'd be like this.
Yeah, 2020 Vision says 17-14 Eagles. Cara said 31-21. I'm assuming Eagles. King Dingbat. I like Philly 500, man.
24-22.
Ewing said 30-7, but he'll take the win any way it comes, basically.
That's all that matters at the end of the day. We're trying to go 1-0 this week.
Philly Let's Go D said 24-22 Eagles over the Seahawks. I already said mine, guys. I said 27-13 Philly. What was yours, Philly Mike?
27-17 Philly.
27-17. What you got, Philly Fresh?
24-17.
Huh?
24-17. Y'all 24-17. Y'all know Philly. Yeah. It seemed, is it just me, or does it seem like at home this defense giving up the numbers is the magic number 17? It just seems like
that's what they average
with this exactly. But it just seems like that's exactly what they're going to give up. So I feel as though it's going to be that, man.
The defense average gives up 17 at home and 29 on the road. That's why.
Exactly.
Yikes.
Hey, Randy Jones said no Elliott game winner. His heart can't take that.
Me too, man. I'm there with you.
Ryan, bro, don't ever put money on anything I say, sir. Don't do that. Don't do that, bro.
Eagles or Seahawks, putting 25 on whatever team you say to win.
Look, I have one rule. I'm big with the FanDuel Sportsbook. I do Sportsbook, so I do betting against the spreads. I do betting in-game betting, like player props, like can Carson Wentz throw for over 250 yards. I do all them betting, and I also do a lot of FanDuel fantasy. Like last night, a couple $100. But there's one rule I have: never bet on the Eagles. I just won't bet on my team. I'll bet any other team, any other scenario. I don't jinx I don't do it.
The problem I have is that no matter how hard I try, I cannot be impartial when we're talking about the Philadelphia Eagles. I have legitimately never gone into a football game and thought to myself, "Oh, we're gonna lose this game."
Right.
I'm gonna be 0-15. I'm telling you, we're going 1-15.
Hey, Philly Mike, how is that the in-game betting? Is it good?
It's cool. Like they got player props to say, they say like you got who's going to score the first touchdown, who scores at just one touchdown a game. They got like over under on runner backs yards from scrimmage, rushing yards, and then you can even change it to where you can bet the money line or the spread. Listen, Christmas was. I got 3 kids, and they all had a great Christmas thanks to my addiction to sports gambling.
I know that's right.
I wish I was allowed to do that in North Carolina. I can't. All I can
you
do
should
is
be able to
play
do fantasy.
That's it.
Look,
just FanDuel.
Did you take Minnesota?
Huh?
You took Minnesota?
I was too busy today. I didn't do no betting today. Yeah.
I don't think I would have taken Minnesota.
I took them. I ain't take them straight up. I think they was getting 6.5.
I took the Dolphins. I took the Dolphins against the Patriots last week.
Damn.
They was giving up 17 points. You're damn right.
You got paid on that one.
No. I took a money line. It was like plus. It was like plus. Yes, straight up.
Yeah, you got paid out on that one.
Paid out.
Hey, Drew Johnson, man, we appreciate you tuning in, bro.
Yeah, and like I said, Drew Johnson, I like that jersey, Goat Boy. We need Carson Wentz to be Goat Boy today.
Yeah, no kidding.
Yes, sir.
All right, y'all. Any final words?
Stay Philly, stay fresh.
Stay Philly, stay fresh. What you got, bro?
Hey, like I said, if you ain't subscribed to all of our channels, you know what the magic button is. Click it. And like I said, if you want to watch me and Philly Fresh before you subscribe, go ahead and do that. Just click on the video, watch it. But we get it popping.
Yeah. Hey, Ryan, my honest opinion is I feel it, man. I feel we're going to win. I just don't ever want to be responsible for somebody losing their money. But I'm telling you, deep down, I feel it.
One more thing, man. Everybody that's in here, I don't know if y'all was in here earlier. Y'all got about an hour left, man. Go to my page, subscribe, hit the comment button. I want to know how many scrimmage yards Boston Scott is going to have. That's rushing and receiving. Whoever gets the closest, $25 gift card to Modell's, man.
I'm gonna read these last 2 comments, guys, before we jump off. Randy Jones, good content, guys. Go Birds. We appreciate it. Cara said that she did pick the Vikings. I'm sorry, she did not pick the Vikings, but she did pick the Titans yesterday. Deshante, he said keys to victory: no turnovers, no missed field goals, safety help, QB spy, Dougie P, Carson Wentz, fly Eagles fly.
That's pretty much nailed everything we need to do. Good stuff.
Yeah. Hey, Deshante, good call, bro. That's pretty much what we're saying. All right, y'all. Y'all know what time it is, man.
All right, y'all.
It's time for us to go get this
Birds.
W, bro.
Go Birds.
Appreciate
Hey,
y'all.
and guess what? Philly Fresh be normally putting his post games the next day, but we hope to be putting out a video in a couple hours with smiles on our face.
Bro.
That's what we hope to do.
Yeah, man.
Yeah. All right, y'all.
Who's your team, Ryan? Who's your team, bro? Ryan. Yeah, that's hard, bro. Bro, when your team get put out the playoffs, man, that's what we're trying to avoid.
Yeah, I want to see who his team is now.
Hey, y'all, something that just to kind of comment on what Philly Fresh was saying, guys. If y'all go to his channel before the game and you leave, subscribe and leave a comment, what you got to do is predict how many total yards from scrimmage Boston Scott's going to have. If you're right, he's going to give you a $25 gift card to Modell's. 2020, we appreciate it, bro.
Let's go.
Yeah, let's go. Let's go Eagles, bro.
I'm trying to see who Ryan Ernst's team is.
I know, that's what I'm waiting on, too. That's what I'm waiting on, too. Hopefully he ain't leave out too fast.
Yeah, he probably was like, my team's out. I'm out.
Yeah, exactly.
But yeah, Ryan, if you're still there, let us know who your team is. Hey, Samir, yeah, I would love to see a trick play. We talked about it earlier in the stream. It's a long time earlier, 3 hours ago probably. But yeah, a trick play from Greg Ward. He has to attempt to pass this game. They won't expect it. I mean, they might keep it in the back of their heads because he's an ex-quarterback, but it's something that could really pay dividends for us.
Yeah, Samir, we were actually diving into that. If we thought, basically the question was, do we think that Doug has been like saving a trick play for this game? And I think we all kind of came up with the viewpoint that something's gonna get broken out this game. Unless we're up like really big and there's no point to it. I think we're going to see something.
I agree.
Yeah, we all waiting on Ryan, Cara. I want to know too.
He gone.
Yeah, I think he's gone. I don't blame him, man. If my team was out, I don't think I want to stick around either. I gotta give him credit for coming on.
Yeah.
Okay, Salt Lake City. You definitely coming from the West, bro. All right, man.
That's about it.
Cara said she missed it because she was late because she had to shop. All right, y'all. We're going to hop off of here, man. I got to get the brats cooking. I got burgers I got to go on the grill. I got a lot I got to get done here.
Yeah,
all right, y'all. Peace out, man. Y'all know what time it is. EAGLES. Let's go Birds. The right Birds. Damn them Seahawks. All right, y'all.
The real Birds.
The real Birds. Yeah. Yeah, not those, what do they call them? The ocean pigeons? Not those.